Wish I had somebody. Um, Give me 1 second. Oh, you hear me now? Okay. Okay. I don't know what happened. Oh, it was on mute. Maybe. I don't know. This microphone. Okay. Okay. Now I got to start this all the way over. All the way over. Y'all bear with me. I was saying, let me make sure this is shared. I don't had a whole little speech and spiel and all this good morning motivational quotes, and I'm glad y'all checked. God. Well, we're gonna start this thing back on right. That means more people in here anyway. Probably wondering why is she talking with no sound. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, we're gonna start this over again. Going again, super low tone. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's StreamYard. The volume is all the way up or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I need to put the microphone by me. I may have to come back in and come back out maybe. But anybody else not hear me? I'm having a department meeting. Yeah, I'm having an event section. Anybody else? Anybody else saying they can't hear me? IMAX, the lovely Tiffany, all 21 of you that's in here. I swear, this is the first time I ever had some real technical difficulties. So I'm listening to myself and I hear fine. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening. So I'm just gonna keep going. Hey, Trevor, can you hear me? Pretty good. Okay. It was Dirk Quarter, Maggie. Oh, good mic. Okay, please, thank you. Maybe in Francis, it could be you. I don't know. I'm not sure. I just need drop some red and blacks in the chat and I'm gonna have to cut this part out because I don't spend about 6 minutes trying to get my stuff together. Thank you, Willie White, Mister. He is everything sports Wednesday nights. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So, with that being said, welcome to Maggie T's vent for the Falcons. With that, I just basically I haven't done this in a while because it's been the off season and it really hasn't. Well, it's been. I can say this has been a very eventful off season. It's been a lot. We've had controversy. We had people getting arrested. We had, a whole overhaul of coaching staff. Heads being cut off. Kirk Cuzzo decided he's going to another team, and now we're over here just pulling ourselves out of cap situation due to that. And well, they address a lot of the needs is in the off season of what we wanted, what we have to have in order to us to have a successful season. And I think they just brought in somebody. Let me pull it up real quick. And I'm gonna drop the link in a minute. You know me, I just like to kind of get my spiel out first, and then we're gonna start talking about it. And I need to also add those draftees. This is like a pre-promo show tonight today as well, because tonight, if you haven't seen, we will have the Lady Birds of AFN at 8 p.m. Eastern. We will have the one and only John Abraham returning back to interview with us. Not necessarily interview. He's going to be part of the discussion this time, where I want to get his, defensive side of the draft ideas, and as far as where he feels the Falcons are defensively, as well as, of course, he is an advocate for mental health. Just recently graduated and been honored an award. So we want to definitely discuss that. And a lot of people don't know about me and John Abraham. We're kind of cool. We're actually like cool. cool. Like when he was actually making it public that he was having mental health issues, and a lot of people didn't realize that there was a time that um, John Abraham was a heavy, heavy, heavy drinker, alcoholic. Um, and then, of course, with lifing for him, he went, and then, of course, the injuries of, playing in football, CTE, and it's another form of something TE. I can't think of the other one. But go on his wall whenever you get a chance on Facebook. He's very candid about his mental health journey, where he basically, I was going through a spell back when, of course, you already know that I have rebranded. I've dealt with a lot of negativity creating this channel with people I worked with and outside of that. But I had to stand on my morals and values when it comes to this channel because it's not just CTE, it's another form of that, similar to it, but it's a different acronym. And I can't think of it at the top of my head right now. But I think if you go on John Abraham's page and scroll down, he has a post where he has like the brain hat, and talking about his procedures that he went through. He had like a lot of brain stimulation procedures. And it's gonna hold on, let me just get my life together. I'm trying to make sure we all together, but I can talk and multitask though. So a lot of people don't know about my mental health side of my life. I suffer from mental health as I have MDD, mood depression disorder, as well as anxiety. Also, mental health just kind of runs heavily on both sides of my family. And I have a daughter that is actually, she suffers from psychosis. And when she was around 16 years old, that's kind of when those things start showing up for the youth. So if you're noticing behavior changes, and that's why I have these conversations, because it's like I want to spread awareness also throughout sports, because these football players go in here and they're getting bounced around, hit around, concussions, all of this. And a lot of them, honestly, don't turn out so well over time, long term. So that's why some of them, I've noticed a lot of these players are starting to retire early. So they're taking their money, they're investing in business. Sanu, Muhammad Sanu, he has a sports club where he's training athletes, and his mother is in Africa, building a African resource center where it's shops and things like that. And I'm going to actually re-invite him back on, because the last time I interviewed him on the Ladybirds, he was a little busy. So I was like, I want to give it time to um, just ask him questions about that, because that's the part that I enjoy talking about. What's outside of football? That's the things that these athletes have to think about. And I'm all about growing into a business person, or find something that you can actually rely on in case football doesn't work out for you. Injuries happen, life happens, so maybe you lose your momentum. It scholarshiped you to get into that school, but I always say, even with John Abraham, he went back and got his degree. So life doesn't end at sports. Let it be your door to walk through the door, but don't let that be the only thing. And I said tonight he's going to talk about, I'm going to ask him about that. There was a interview I kind of ran across where he was saying he didn't even like when people just addressed him as just an athlete. He said, I am more than that. And that's what I want to be recognized for. So this is my purpose of making sure I bring in these former football players. I'm going to probably branch out to maybe the NBA, the Braves, etc., and start inviting more former athletes, because of course contractually, unless I am a recommended or uh I'm in affiliation, of course, contractual agreements. I will have to go through those, these current athletes' contracts to have them on the shows. So, I'm trying to get there. I'm definitely trying to get sponsorship, and I'm definitely trying to get myself in the door. So if you notice, there have been a lot of changes with Maggie T. I'm starting to get out there more into my entertainment and media, um, and event planning, and community. So I will definitely be putting together some wellness events, watch parties, fun entertainment with karaoke events, just comedy. So it's going to be a lot more into my Maggie T Productions that comes with who I am. I'm going to introduce you guys to Maggie T outside of AFN. Okay. So let me get off my soapbox now. Let's go ahead and say hello to everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go ahead and see what our fans are saying in the chat. And I probably go until probably 11 because I have a work meeting because, don't tell nobody, but I'm currently working. They just don't know that. But I wanted to give the fans, this is my fan appreciation pop-ups. So I want to get your reactions to the draft, but give me a moment to upload some cue cards because I kind of want to go through each player and I want to know how you're feeling, your feedback back. So thank you, Tiffany, for texting me saying you can hear me. I think that was just that one person having maybe some sound issues. I don't know because I typically don't have an issue with this microphone. But while I'm doing that, let's just go ahead and say hello. But speaking of Tiffany, good morning. How are you doing, lovely? Yes, you are lovely. She is definitely one of the coolest people I've hung out with a few times, and it's due time for another hangout soon. Because just a little pre-teaser, um, with the addition of Miss Karina, she is our residential travel agent, along with Miss Pamela, Miss Auntie. Um, she asked me one day, she said, "Well, how do I join?" It's like, that's a good question because not everybody is wanting to do like content creative, but they want to be a part of the movement of Ladybirds of AFN. So I wanted to make this platform specifically to encourage more women, even if you're not big in sports, but you're gonna, you're willing to learn. I can tell you, I'm not an exorcist. I mean, I'm not extremely perfect with talking about any of those sports. I just know enough, watching it long enough to hold my own. Now, can I say I'm an expert? No. That's why we are the voice of the fans. Voice of the fans have excellent opinions, excellent ideas, excellent takes. But I would never, say that, my word is gold or whatever they call it. So, but I bring in very knowledgeable people that actually look at the football at a different lens, though. They're not biased. They are okay to be critical, but they're mature about the conversation. This platform is positive when it used to not happen. So that's why I'm bringing back the fan vent. And it's like, when you get on this platform, there's a respect because I have a lady panel and you're going to respect them and you're going to respect all my crew because I wanted to change the dynamic of what you think of when you think of Atlanta Falcons Nation. You see that profile picture right there underneath it? It's me. So this is my public service announcement, my speech of stop associating me with parties that are no longer a part of this. I get it. We all fall in the same flock of Falcons fans. We all go from channel to channel. But I operate this solo, operated and owned, mind you, solo, founder and creator with help. I don't discredit anybody that's helped this channel grow. But what I won't stand is for people to come up to me and say, "Hey, I'm uncomfortable watching. I turned it off when this segment of the show came on, when this person came on." Now, can we be cordial? Will I invite these people on as a guest? Maybe. Because one thing about it, I don't hold grudges. I don't hold hate in our heart. And if you didn't notice, I made a post the other day, and I'm going to read it. I'm gonna make sure to share it with TikTok too. 1 second. Or you can go to all my social media platforms. I just reposted my message, but I just wanted, and of course I know some people, well, individual, I wasn't targeting certain audience, but I was targeting the majority of the people that I know who I'm talking to when I make these messages. There's no names that I need to call. You guys already know. So, but my thing is, it's like I don't point sides at just one side because everybody contribute to the messiness of all of it from various channels back and forth. So I'm going to read this, and then we're going to get into draft talk, and I'm going to see what you guys are saying. But oh Lord, hold on, let me find it. I want to read it verbatim. So, okay, here we go. So, and it's on my community tab everywhere you can find it. But here, as I told you guys, a lot of people didn't know. That's why I have the Falcons vent couch, because my show is a little different. I'm going to incorporate mental health awareness in my conversation. A lot of people didn't know that I went through a deep depression in December. I had a lot of family things going on where I had to be the pioneer, not pioneer, um the anchor that pulls everyone together during some difficult times that my family dealt with. Several things, mind you, including my own children, my niece. I'm not going to speak it, but just some health things along with trouble things, along with individuals that are Falcons fans that are bringing to my attention, oh my goodness, I don't like this person. I don't like that person. I'm going to make a video about it. I'm going to go back and forth with each other because we can't stand one another. I'm not on that. I'm a neutral person. But I also had to make sure that all of that disrespect was off of this channel. So I appreciate everybody that's tuned in and actually returned, because I've learned that people had turned away from the channel. And I couldn't have that anymore. It's like I'm losing my fan base. Not saying that all of you guys, so I shout out to the ones that have stuck with Ms Maggie T Productions this whole entire time, and been very honest and open with me, because a lot of people's like, I really see m- the potential in what you're trying to do here. So I'm gonna get to these comments, then we're gonna open it up to talk about this draft. Like I said, in case you're late to what I was announcing, this is kind of a promo to our big night tonight. John Abraham returns, and we want to get into some defensive talk with him and a little bit of mental health as well as he just graduated in mental health. So that's why that guest is most important to me, because we're cool, we're friends. You know, we have a relationship like we're buddies now. So I can, I definitely want him to be a reoccurring guest. So I definitely invited him back to talk about what he felt about the draft. So, but in the meantime, I want to go ahead and have the fans until about 11 o'clock. Um, see how your guys feeling. So thank you, Francis. Good morning. Headed to work, so I'm listening on my commute. Awesome. Okay, so sounds good. Great. The lovely Tiffany. Great, great, great. Everybody, so I'm gonna scroll on down. Yep, mute strikes again. Oh my gosh. Because I was looking at a red button. I was like, it's one of these little fancy schmancy microphones that I'm still trying to figure out. It's beautiful because I can change it to different colors. I can be red. I can be, whatever I want it to be. But yeah, it's technology and things are sensitive sometimes. So whatever touch I do, I don't cut myself off. But what's up, Lee? What's happening? What's happening? Am I having the yes, department meeting? Yes, yes. This is the couch. We're gonna talk about it, people. And I'm gonna help you heal from these Falcons because, you know, our fan base is destroying each other, tearing each other's down, having a lot of envy, having a lot of hate. Um, Mad because sometimes you gotta understand the Falcons niche is overpopulated in the YouTube community. So there are going to be times where two people will come on. Ronaldo and who was on last night? Ronaldo and Uncle Steve was on at this, maybe an hour, between each other. I follow all content creators. Whenever you're saying you're making content, there's no way in the world, people, because everybody likes to get off and do their things at night. That's why I was like, there needs to be a little bit more demand for morning shows. Shout out to Scott Kennedy. um Ryan, the historian over there at Birdcage. Sometimes we need morning shows because everybody is working. Of course, I understand that. So, but the demand is more evening, prime time. Well, guess what? Monday night, there are several shows that comes on. So it was brought to my attention that somebody was feeling a little ways about a Georgia Sports Nation show that we have on Thursday nights that we're broadcasting at a certain time. And it's like, you people, we have to understand that there's no way you can control when everybody goes on. Then we can't go on because there's so many of us up there. So respectfully, like I do, I bounce around. I go peek in. Hey, 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 hey. I might be on, one time for the fan show, and oh, Big Low is on. Let me go see what he's talking about over there. Hey, Smitty, you see how that works? So we just have to stop this envy in this fan base. We're destroying ourselves, and the outside world don't give a damn about us. The fan base, we're the laughing stock, and we're tearing each other down. Yeah, I got my coffee, definitely. Thank you for saying I got the good mic. You're up early, Ladybird. Yes, I am. I just got a lot to say off my chest right now. So this is my vent before I bring y'all in. Because I feel like, maybe the message is not being reached by just post. Maybe it needs to come from the horse's mouth. Address the elephant in the room. I have a panel of ladies that respect one another, that value an opinion, and give each other grace when we're not our best. I've never had a problem with my ladybirds of AFN. But for some reason, the male Falcons fan base cannot get over their egos and get along. We're threatening each other. Do you understand how that destroys us respect wise outside this league? What the Maggie T is building is a nation, a network. I want to be the ESPN of Falcons content outside the big guys. Of course. I can't compete with Atlanta Falcons. I am not the Atlanta Falcons. But I want to be respected as having quality content that Atlanta Falcons be interested in maybe sponsoring one day. I would love to have a suite in the stadium where I can invite fans to come chill with me. So it's like, fundraising, donations, everything that you do is building my platform. And I have my annual Red and Black, which is the fourth one. We're going into our 6-year anniversary in July. And we're going to be celebrating in September because July is just too freaking hot. I have learned. And of course, it's started the season. So September 19th, mark these on your calendar. And what I want is everybody in attendance. I'm tired of the cliques. I'm tired of the sections. I'm tired of I don't fuck with this person. Excuse my language. Why the fuck not? Why does what one person feels has anything to do with your influence of who you associate with? Why is my connection with someone dictated by another channel or group of people? Come on, Will. Come on. I'm going to let you come on, Will. Then I'm going to start opening this up. Because I just went on my soapbox and you already know, I know these come. I'm trying to get to y'all right now. But you're talking about Abraham, you have his jersey. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. CTE, and I'll look it up, find the other ETEs or whatever. I don't know what the other acronym, but there are other basically there are other forms and diagnosis of different type of brain injuries. And what John Abraham is doing is, for one thing, that you didn't know, he wants to donate his brain to science eventually. But he's studying the different types of different brain disorders and things like that. And when it comes to football, the NFL is definitely innovating and growing into protecting the players, because the wear and tear of these players over time. Of course, I talk about those big old Minecraft helmets, but it's purposely done because Tua, hate to say it, concussions over time. Anthony Brown. Excuse me. You know what I mean. A lot of these players that get out here and domestic violence, mental health issues. Jamal Anderson, very person that I'm sure he hasn't really spoken completely out about it, but I'm sure that football and life and alcohol and drug use and all this kind of stuff, this is the platform where I keep it very 100. So it's, to encourage these people that are upcoming athletes, rethink about this. What if football doesn't work for you? It's time for you to realize I need to hang it up so I can have my health in the future. And I'm glad you found my channel, Francis. We're good. Lovely Tiffany, she says she's great. Awesome. Awesome. My schedule changed a few weeks ago and I'm here until work. So what I'm going to do, since I just didn't have the time to put up my little pictures, I'm just going to drop the link. I'm going to open it up to the fans. We're going to start it off with that conversation about fanhood. And then we can get in, that it gives me time to upload my images, and then we can get into these draft picks. How about that? If that works for you. So we're going to go into, like I said, 11 o'clock Eastern, depending on what part of the world you on. I know right now the UK is, going into the early afternoon or something like that, or whatever. My international followers. Hey, Lady Bird, Miss Christy. Hi. I'm sorry. I can't be sticking my tongue out. That's my because I am Southern, a Southern belle. So every now and then, you're going to get a little bit of that, when I see my peoples up in here. But all of y'all, my peoples, though, seriously. You guys make me want to come up in here and have these conversations with you. That's why I don't mind saying, hey, here's the link, jump on, have a conversation with me. Join me on the couch, if you will. Speaking of if you will, Big Will, right on cue. What's up?
What's going on?
Yeah, it's one
One
of
time you
those.
caught me early morning. I was out having a little bit. I'm like, damn, she up early.
But I was scheduled as I was all bright eyed and bushy tailed yesterday morning, but I everybody wanted to call me before I had to get off and go to work. So, I mean, get off and go to my doctor's appointment because I had a short day yesterday. So I was like, oh, I can do a little morning, couple of hours, then do a little work, and then short day. I left at about 1:30. Good day. Then of course I got the itis after eating after coming home, and it's like, yeah, that show ain't gonna make it today. So here I am, bright eyed and bushy tailed with my coffee this morning, though.
Okay, you ready to go now?
Ready to go. So big, big wheel. Just what I'm saying. Just the candid moments about mental health and the fan base and how everybody, with me and my goal, my challenge is to get the content creators back on the same page and together. Because my motto has always been, as you always hear me say, we're better together than we are apart. And do you understand how major we can be if you got the likes of Big Low, one time for the fans, Uncle Steve, the Water Boys, all of these wonderful Gats, Texas Boy, Bird Gang. It's so many of us out there that are doing the exact same things, including you, Big Will. You have your own channel.
Yes, ma'am.
What I said is that there is no way you can't step on people's toes sometimes because we're too crowded. That's great though, because a lot of people said I started venturing off to YouTube, especially the people that are not local, because I can't listen to ESPN. They're biased about us. They give us a terrible time. They don't respect us. So why not find those creators who get up here endless days and nights, sometimes every day, dedicating their hard-earned time. They can be spending that time with their families. But they feel like, you know what, for one thing, I enjoy talking about sports because it's a pastime for me. It's therapy for me. It takes me away from the crazinesses of the world. And what I was just telling them is I just went through a deep depression in December where I had to take some leave. But yet I'm still lady birding it up on 8 o'clock at 8 p.m. I just had to get it together. And you probably would have never noticed that. But also I had to clean up some house and clean up some animosity outside of my house that keeps coming to my house.
Right. Like what a lot of folks don't understand. We share the same fan base.
Right.
So you might got shows going on this time or that time, but the fans they gonna come to your shows if they rock with your channel. They gonna come watch it anyway.
Right. They're
So
going
you
to
know
come
what I'm
back
saying.
to
So
it.
everybody gonna have views.
Right.
They gonna we like before I started this content stuff. I was a truck driver looking for something to make time go by, and I
Right.
bumped onto a lot of channels like this, like from here to AFN, from what I'm saying, from even when Big Low was here, AFN, I
Yes.
was venturing and listening to everybody. That what made my
Right.
day go by.
I
So
felt
it's
that was a dynamic just when it was Big Low, when it was Blackberry, when it was Terry, Twisted Torch TV, it was the original Atlanta Falcons Nation crew.
right,
That was you telling me you put those personalities, talent, and we respect each other and brought that together. Do you know where we would have been right about now?
right, like, cause that was one. Even when y'all had like when Mad Mike and all them was over here, I was listening to all y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Before all the hatred stuff started, like
Right.
stuff that didn't even have to be there. But
No.
like it was good content. It kept me going through the day. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's what originally got me started in this. Cause like barbershop talk. That's what I do. I talk sports anyway, and I love talk sport. Like I tell y'all, all the time, I don't got to get no money from this, but I just, hey, I come here and talk shit. It just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what I love to do at some point in time, you know what I'm saying? So I came into it and got an opportunity, which you gave me. You gave me an opportunity, and you know what I'm saying? And been on from there, you know what I'm saying? So it's really not no, we the only fan base that's disconnected like this, and it's crazy.
Right.
And that's why you get all these folk with the false notions of like Atlanta don't have good fans. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of fair weather fans. That's what we got down here. We got you know what I'm saying? We got to be doing great before the fans start to come out the bush. You remember that little meme with
Yeah.
Homer Simpson come out the bushes? Yeah, yeah. They got to be doing good before they come out the bushes. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
as you see the Hawk game, that game was live. It was like a big ass concert. But it be like that. Like we just got to do better at being a fan, man. Like we gotta know we're gonna have ups and downs throughout the season, but you got to be there for the team. And all this fake fandom, but we all, like I said, we all got the same fan base that listen to it. So ain't no way I'm finna sit here and schedule my show by what time you going on. Okay, whatever people there with you, they gonna
Go
watch that,
watch.
and once they get done with you, they gonna come over and watch what I got going on. So is
Right.
that? I mean, I'm
Because
not
it's
finna.
YouTube. It's because we're so subject to live recordings.
Hmm.
You want that instant. I need to have 200 people viewing me. Right now we're at 40, and I'm perfectly fine with that. That means 40 people got time today.
Exactly. But a lot of the views don't even come from the live show. It come from after the show already been
Right.
broadcast, and
And
a
that's
lot of
what
them come in and
and what
watch it then.
yes. Like the regulators had almost 200 people on there. They're over there at 1,000 views
Yep.
because people wanted to go back and say, "Hey man, I missed it." So stop. So what basically it is, and I'm going to read my statement that I made. So it's all egos out here, but everybody can damn eat. And if we come together, we can have the biggest, shout out to the Falcons, and they do their best. But if like the fan base come together, we can also create other avenues and lanes of Falcons fun. Because you come to Atlanta, you don't even know it's a Falcons town, but you go to New Orleans, you
Oh,
definitely know
you
it's
damn
Saints
sure know
country.
they are. Yeah, you damn sure know
You
that.
go
It's
to
like a
Green Bay,
college
you
scene
know
right
it's
there.
Green
Yeah.
Bay country. So you get what I'm saying, people? We're
Yep.
so busy crabbing in the bucket about a fucking YouTube channel. Get outside YouTube, expand, grow, build community. That's why the Ladybirds of AFN is going to be a social club. Then I'm going to be working on Atlanta Falcons Nation. I already have a queer social club for women that love sports, as well as I'm going to also make one for just women, period, that love sports. I'm sick of it. Do better, grown ass people. Do fucking
Yeah.
better. You're not doing any justice by adding to the motherfucking messiness by also responding.
Like how sorry the Cleveland Brown being, but they stadium be packed. I mean they
Right.
it's crazy. We got to get better as a fan base though, for sure.
Yeah, and IMAX, of course, you're on outside. I know your team is another team, but no, it's definitely a lot of content creator in the Falcons niche controversy. A lot of egos, a lot of competition, a lot of jealousy. People can't work with this person because you over there communicating with somebody because you see them talking to them at tailgate and Flowery Branch. I can't deal with you. Don't ever tell me how to fandom and who I can associate myself with. My beef is not your beef. Keep that in mind. Do you understand that? So if business, you can't operate with me in business, so be it. I have other networks and avenues that has other things that I can find that's going to satisfy my business. You're not the only one. But I just don't take bullshit. I don't accept bullshit. You're going to respect my brand and my platform. If you want to throw subliminal shots at me because that's what I want to do, if that's walking on people, upholding to a narrative, so be it. Because guess what? I want to be syndicated. I want someone to say, hey, I like your show. Let me put you on a network. That's where I'm at. I want a building that I can buy, realtor, property. So we can say, hey, this is the Falcons fans headquarters. Host your event here.
Facts.
This is how I operate. Former players. I mean, I had somebody, a Falcons fan, go to John Abraham and say, hey, I'm looking for Maggie T.
Oh, that's what's up.
I got invited to Ovi and Michael Turner's with Keenan Forney and other people. It was other greats privately invited off of rapport because I worked hard to clean up my image because due to association, I had a bad reputation. So my thing is, you can be on board with it or not. You don't have to deal with me or not. If you see certain faces, my thing is these people have matured up and realize this is stupid. Over a football take.
Difference of opinion.
We're all adults. It started becoming high school, people. Aren't you grown ass people? My demographics of people are 35 and up. We might have a couple of young folks, but my audience is my age because that's my following. For the life of me, I'm appalled. I'm calling everybody out because you're also not as innocent. Stop it, Falcons fans. This is embarrassing. It is embarrassing. I love all Falcons creators too. That's why me and T Will are working together. One time for the fan. Big Low Country, he jumps on. I just had K Style back on the show. Guess what? Because that is family. At the end of the day, Big Low is my kid's uncle, in case people didn't know. But because of the fucking family drama that came with the Falcons bullshit, it put a divide in between even my own family. Me and Dustin could not be in the same room with each other. That's how bad. Well, excuse me, I said his real name. Sorry. Big Low Country. Oops. But that's family.
Big Low Shane, man. That's that
Right.
medium. That's that medium rare steaks you were eating. That's what it was.
Excuse me. But those that do actually know him on a personal level, though, outside of just his content creating and everything, Low is an amazing, amazing individual, but also a understanding, reasonable individual. And we both agreed that this is petty and it's ridiculous, and my kids suffer for it. I hated that it went to that extreme because I was also in a place where my mental health wasn't all the way great either. So a lot of outbursts and call outs and cussing out and everything else. And I realized that me and certain individuals we was at each other's neck at some point in time. And I admit that at times I could have handled it a lot differently. But I matured up. I got therapy. I seeked mental health. And I stood my ground, family or not. You got to understand that not every family or friend you can work with. Cool. I'm okay with being separate. If that's how
You're
you
right.
handle
You
your
can
news
love
on
from a
your
distance.
channel, right? Like you do whatever you want to do on your channel, just don't bring that over here and leave me out of it. Is all I've been asking. Leave me out of it. It's not my beef. I'm not being threatened. Do I agree with that person threatening you? Hell no. And I call them out on it too. But see, you don't see the behind the scenes of the conversation that I'm having. Because at the end of the day, it's like one thing they will tell you about Ms Maggie T, whoever has worked with me. I'm not about the bullshit. And you're gonna get called out and be removed from my channel if I feel the need to. I have blocked certain followers that have been completely loyal, but come on here and get a little too disrespectful, even when it's just coming about the Falcons. Like, don't come in here and just fuck these birds, bop, 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 bop. And I'm asking you to calm down. Calm down because I have a platform and children that watch it. My Kylie niece, she goes right behind K Styles and watching him do his thing. So it's like I had to have a conversation with all these individuals. It's like we're better than this. I'm raising a 20-year-old that's going to be 21-year-old that is a sports fanatic now, which I would love to give her the reins to Atlanta Falcons Nation and do something with it when I get to a point where I have to retire. But that's that. Sorry, had to vent. That's why we were at the Falcons vent session. But Big Will, you want to kind of just say your last thoughts on this one? Then we're gonna get into these draft pits. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna be uploading my cards.
Which part you want me to speak on now?
Just 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 the whole fan base thing. Anything last thing that you want to talk about?
Oh no, I pretty much said everything. Like we just got to come together, be better as a fan base because like we got a large community of great fans out there, and the outside world really don't know it until we
Right,
start winning. And we don't. We got to get rid of that fake shit. A lot of these folk don't don't realize that a lot of these folk they come in Atlanta don't even stay here, dog. So
right,
that fair weather fans, it pops out like that. We can't let these folk come and take over our stadium. You know what I mean? We got to start showing up at games and stuff like that. For the Falcon, they got to start bringing up the wheel call tickets. Bring them back.
right.
Fuck all this PSL shit. I used to
Yeah, it
love
definitely should be a section where you can avoid the
yeah,
PSL. Somebody that just can't, because that's another thing. It's like because some people may just not financially can't afford to go to a game. So that's why I'm
or
gonna do
just
my
don't
watch
want to
parties.
get the PSL thing. Like sometimes
Right.
you can't make it to some game. I want to be able to come buy the ticket when I can make it to. Oh shit, I'll be available that game. Let me go to that game.
Right.
I
For the
don't want
truck
to just, you
drivers
know what I'm
out
saying?
there,
Yeah.
for the mothers, the fathers, the ones with special needs kids like myself. Not
Oh,
every
they
day I
go.
can get away from my autistic son and just be traveling on the road
They go a fair
financially.
weather fan down there at the bottom. Fair weather fan. We ain't made the playoff in a decade. So what? The Cleveland Browns ain't made the playoff how many years? They still
But we're
pack out the
supportive.
stadium.
We're, what I'm
They
saying?
still
Hey, I
pack out
mean,
the stadium. Come on, man. Don't use that as an excuse.
right.
If you love the sport, you love the sport.
You
Show up,
ride or
have a
die
good time.
regardless. Hmm. It's for me, it's the experience. When I go to
Yeah,
a game, I'm running to hey, Maggie T, Maggie T, Maggie T. I like what
exactly.
you're doing.
It's
The
a whole
feedback.
vibe, man. Whole
Hey,
vibe.
I'm inviting you to this. Man, hey, I got a sweet ticket. I got a Dirty Bird dance ticket. Oh man, thank you. Thank you for thinking about me. Tailgating. Like I said, I want to do the tailgate tour with Rome. The show started out as therapy for me. These shows, absolutely.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hmm. So bringing nothing but love from California. Oh, it's a decent time for you actually. Well, no, it's early for you. My
No,
bad.
it's
My bad.
very, yeah, it's
It's
7
early.
o'clock. It's 7 o'clock over there.
You a trooper,
But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, this used to get me through my day before I
right?
jumped into this space. I mean, listen to everybody on YouTube, man. Like, bro, we don't know how many people that this helped get through their day at work. Just
I'm
listen
gonna
to
give you
us
an
talk shit.
experience. I'm gonna give you an example. Now, I try to reach out and, mend things with a certain individual that I work with. She was also a part of my mental health side of things, name unmentioned. Um, but she had a lot of mental health issues and was going through a divorce and things like that. But she used to also be a part of the Ladybirds of AFN. And because I hold people accountable sometimes, and I just question, I said, hey, I understand that you're going through some things. If you have to take a step back, let me know. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Hey, you know, um, but before the reason why she wanted to join, because she said, watching you guys and laughing with you guys has pulled me through my depression. I look forward to watching y'all every day because y'all make me laugh. You lift my spirits. And like someone said, the lives, you just enjoy the lives because of the chat reaction. So it's like I'm calling everybody out. We need to be bigger and better than this, Falcons fans. We're tearing each other down. Everybody can eat. You realize people don't recognize us outside this Falcons world. You go to California, who the hell is Maggie T Productions? Who is that? That's what I'm trying to make, people. Expand your lane. Let's build community. Like my red and black event in September, I wanted to be where I'm inviting businesses. So I'm going to have vendors, food trucks, whatever the case may be, to where I make sure that everybody else can make money as well. Where I don't have to supply it, I'm giving back to you by allowing you the space to set up. It might be like a vendor fee or what have you to help me support my things and planning. But at the same time, I'm not even stopping you from hustling and doing your thing for the sake of making sure that this is a great time for the Atlanta Falcons fan. We can create that. We can create that as a community. We don't need the Atlanta Falcons to do that for us. That's why we have the Rise Up Tour Club. That's why we have the Dirty Bird Nest. That's why we have the I think the Travel Divas and all those organizations. Miss Keisha, Bird Lady, the original Bird Lady. By the way, I always have to put that disclaimer out there that there are other frauds and impersonators that I haven't seen in a while. Just saying.
Hey, you
Just
said they
saying.
Timu versions out there, huh?
The Timu version, the Piggly Wiggly version with a bad wig.
Don't you do
So
Piggly Wiggly like that.
no, you don't. On that note,
Yeah, and like what Christian say, like a lot of them stay out of state. You got folks coming from out of state to come to a game, and
right,
you stay in the city and talking about,
right,
no, we ain't been to the playoff in a decade. Man, come on with the joke.
right. Right now, this ain't the time for all of that. I'm trying to build our fan base because people don't believe we're out here.
Right.
It's that there's
We they
conflict in the Dolphins content creators world too at times. It's ridiculous to run me as well. And of course, I don't know all the fan bases. And it could be. It could be. A lot of people have, especially in the male industry, a lot of people have male egos. And I'm somebody said it earlier, who holds the biggest nuts? I ain't got nuts, but you know what I'm saying?
they bored or hard shell. What you got going on?
Huh, you talking about me this morning?
Uh-huh.
You talking about me? Oh, the
You say
hard
who
shell.
hold the big nut? What they like a board or hard shell? What going on?
Well, some of them are soft. Some of them falling and,
'Cause
and,
you
and
you can
dropping
have
low.
hey, you can have nuts with female tendency. That don't mean shit. You got some women
Woo,
got more.
woo, woo,
You know what I'm
woo.
saying? Weather pants in the family. Y'all got to be hey.
Hmm. There's no way that this Atlanta Falcons team will have a 9 straight consecutive losing record. Absolutely. No one is making thousands of millions in podcasts. Baby, this is a
Hey,
bill for me. This is a light bill. And maybe not even
eh,
that. Because I don't come on
exactly.
here every day. I just don't have it in me to be boom, 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 content, 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 content. I got a
Hey, if
whole
you ain't got no major sponsors, man, you ain't
right.
hitting. You know what I'm saying? That's when they start making bread. You getting
Right.
sponsors behind you.
We can get there though as a community though.
Exactly.
That's why I was
Exactly.
like, yeah, I'm opening up the platform where I'm recruiting new people because it's like I want to grow and grow to the point where it's like every time you turn on Atlanta Falcons Nation, Georgia Sports Nation, somebody is on. I want to be that ESPN. And if it has to be where some of these other channels, one time, all of them, they want to decide, hey, I wouldn't mind collabing together and making this a big nation, people. Atlanta Falcons Nation. It does not include just this channel. It is you. It is you. So I'm going to develop a social club where you can become members and we can travel to the games, away games. I have people that have buses and connections and discounts and things. Y'all use your network and resources wisely. Stop the fucking crabbing. But enough of that. I said I was gonna be done with it, and I'm
Yeah,
still not.
you've been on the road. You've been on the road.
I just want somebody to rewind this back and listen to it. And if it hit you, that means you know the shoe foot. I mean the foot. Shut up.
They say hit dog will holler,
Right. Thank you. That's better because I just screw that all the way up. The shoe foot. Like what? The shoe. I had coffee too,
huh?
y'all. I had coffee. So all right. Let me throw these images up here real quick before. So let's move into the Atlanta Falcons. And before I get these images up so we can go into the draft picks, we just brought in another part of
Is
the staff.
that Coach Auntie down there?
Um Coach Hunt, I mean, let's see. Let me go down over the bottom. Because I was just kind of going the shoe
That mi-
right. You said who was at the bottom? What are you talking about?
no, I thought that might not be her. I don't think.
Oh, okay. This is Horace Miller, the shoe
I was
foot
wondering
wow
was that,
Maggie. There
but I
is
don't
a lot
think.
of disconnect. Okay. There's a lot of disconnect amongst the panties fans and the Aints content creators too. I think they are worse than us, but they come together for the team still, and I would love to see us together. Absolutely.
Oh Lord.
You said, "Nah, Maggie." You saying what needs to be said, and if the shoe fits, wear it, mother. Right.
Yeah, that's the statement you were looking for right there.
Thank you for getting me together. Let me get my. Now I'm gonna let y'all know I have ADHD really, really bad, so I can go all over the place, and sometimes I don't make no kind of sense. But long as you pull me back in and say, Maggie, focus. It's like, oh, I had a point here. Uh, this is a dope topic to speak about. About though, it's definitely needed because there's too much behind the scenes beefing going on, and I'm sick of it. So it's like if it's oh, see, just let me shut up because I don't have my little speech and everything. Said I was
Well,
gonna
yeah,
read.
that's sometimes like I said, I did mental health 6 years. I was a supervisor at the one Georgia region over the Pantherville.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of time they need to vent. That's what a lot of them need to
That's
vent.
it.
Not medicine pushed down their throat all the time. A lot of them need to vent. A lot of people scared. They put their family in mental hospital because they scared of them. They don't understand them. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different situations. A lot of them, a lot of them just need to be listened to sometimes. So
Right. And then so this is my statement, and I'm gonna read your comment also because you're making some good points here. Cousin, because I think let me check where your family from. I think I did that before, but I said my papa was a Rolling Stone, but my ancestry haven't connected me with any siblings yet. Doesn't mean they ain't out there. They just didn't take their test. So my speech was sometimes you have to forgive in order to bring people back together. As fans of the Atlanta Falcons, we're passionate, but we also stand on morals and values, at least some of us. To make it through this season, it's time to let go of the back and forth between the fan base. We already face enough noise and ridicule from the outside. We don't need to tear each other down from within. Not everyone will agree, and that's okay. I'm not here to please everybody. But if you're on board with me, you're on board with me. And you might start seeing individuals that will definitely, before they jump on my platform, they're going to give an apology to my fans, to the content creators, because all of y'all contributed to this messiness. It's not just that one group. Let's just keep it real. It's two-sided. Hell, it's three-sided. Because you got the mediator in between that feels torn because, like, oh man, really like working with this person, but of course there's so much tension over here. I don't feel comfortable coming on. And that's what happened to Atlanta Falcons Nation. A lot of people was like, you know what? I really do like watching what you got going on, Maggie. I see the potential, but whenever the negativity and all the calling out of fans and things like that goes on, I turn it off. The screaming, the yelling. If that's your form of content, so be it. If you want to be the Stephen A. Smith of Atlanta Falcons content, so be it. But see, I'm a little bit more laid back and calm, collected, peaceful. I protect my peace, hence the show Atlanta Falcons Nation Fan Vent, because I am a certified. Like I went to, class and studied, certified mental health coach. So it's just like I just operate and I run a little different. And it says not everyone will agree, and that's okay, but growth starts with one. Our fan base can be mature, and it starts with us choosing to move differently moving forward. I'm gonna let you marinate on that real quick. And I'm gonna get to I'm gonna get to this comment. It says, um, there are some content creators that put their brand over the fandom, and it's sad to see. Me and John created our show strictly for the fans with late night barbershop shop talk, a open door policy. And I used to actually have a guy that was Cali, and he used to come on pretty late also, but he's,
Oh yeah,
life has
yeah.
been life for him, Noah.
No,
Um,
yeah.
that he's been too busy lately. But I appreciated him because it's like you got to think about the audiences that can't make it at prime time. So it's like expand your
Yeah.
lane. Everybody doesn't have to
Them
come
boys
on at
be up
prime
late
time.
over there. Them
Right.
boys be up late.
There's people waking up in this afternoon right now. They outside getting it in. And by the time we get into the evening, they in the bed already. So it's like, think about your audience, people. Expand. Everybody don't have to come on at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. But if we do, we do. And just respect that everybody just can't not come at the same time. Come on at the same time. No, Maggie, you see what Nisa said? Okay, you're back to there. This is a dope topic. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to go back up. So, all right, so the Falcons have brought in a new staff that's got, I guess, going to be in charge of what contracts and money and all that. Let me go back because I don't want to be lying about what I know. Hold on.
They shaked up a couple of front office moves.
Let's see. The Falcons. Who was it? Because let me not lie. Let me go actually look them up. Because he got a lot of hats. How about that? Let's see. Let's see, Atlanta Falcons. And then, like I said, we're gonna get into these draft picks shortly. I'm gonna go into 11 o'clock. Like I said, I'm gonna drop this link. And as a matter of fact, let me drop it right now. Come on in here, and you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. If it was on this current topic, and if y'all just want to take it there, and I can say the draft talk for the Lady Birds, because we will have, in case you're late to the channel, we will have John Abraham on the show tonight, and we're going to be talking about defense. So
I,
I might
I
save
think
it. So let's make this the state of the Falcons fan union. So, and then of course you want to talk about some football, that's fine too. Whatever vibe you're on today, I'm gonna drop the link. Come on up in here. Come on in the room.
so. I think when you talking about that executive Bryce Johnston.
Yes. You got him pulled up. Let me look
Yeah,
it up.
you want me to send it to you or something? You good?
No, I know they posted. Let me I was trying to pull up the Falcons page here. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, we brought in goddamn Falcons. Yeah, excuse me. And the other journalists before the Falcons posted sometime. That'd be annoying me. Like Falcons, y'all are the ones telling them these things. You ain't got it updated.
Right.
So shout
Right.
out to the Scott Kennedys and the Miles Garrett's and Will and all of them that out there, Josh Kendall, Brad, a lot of these Ian, because that's where I
That
get my news
that
from. Because
feed
the Falcons,
families, exactly. They feed families on Twitter.
ooh, buddy. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give up in a minute because it's too
Well,
many
he
notes.
gonna be as I can see the one I got now. If
I
you
ain't
wanna
please do that. I'm making it harder than
uh
it should be. But there
let
go
me
the
see.
link. It's dropped. If you want to join the conversation,
I just sent it to you.
like I said, I'll say the draft talk. I mean, because I'm gonna save it for you too. I know you probably ready to go ahead and go in on your own. Are you going on this week?
Yeah, I think I might come on tomorrow.
Okay, okay. So I'll know. Okay.
I
Um,
just run off of whatever you got going today. I run off of that. And I want with some more. I was gonna talk about the draft and stuff anyway too. So whatever you running off, I'll run right off. Just bring that back in.
let's see. Let's see. Okay, so got it.
And
Got
I
it.
and
Thank
I
you.
sent you the one with the ones we got rid of too in the front office.
Okay. So the Falcons have hired Eagles executive Bryce Johnston as SVP of Football Administration, Senior Personnel Executive. Um, Johnston will lead salary cap strategy, serve as lead contract negotiator, and be a key advisor to Ian Cunningham and Matt Ryan for roster building and learn long-term strategies. So I think that this organization is still addressing needs because you got to understand it. These are a lot of different personalities coming in, a lot of different skills. Some might be familiar, some might not be. Um, but they're expanding. Like, when is the last time we've had such strength in our staff like this? Man,
What I
Matt
think they
Ryan,
did, like they
they're
did a
doing their
deep
thing.
dive. They did a
Mhm,
deep dive into it and waited before they fired these guys and waited to see who was gonna be valuable from the other team. You see what I'm saying? Like
mhm.
who did they want to keep left over? So they waited till after the draft process to see who would be valuable in evaluating talent and all that. And they got rid of everybody who wasn't bringing much to the team. So,
Well, they got rid of
and we
people that
know,
wasn't football; they were business.
right? And you know, like salary cap been a big problem for us for a couple years now. So, like,
And no,
that's a
Abe
major.
wasn't here. Abe will be here tonight for the Lady Birds of AFN. So y'all tune in to that at 8 p.m. tonight Eastern. Share it out, share the link, let everybody know and they mama, because I'm gonna ask him questions about this defense. I'm gonna ask him about James Pierce Jr. I'm gonna ask him about how the heck can the Atlanta Falcons Nation get him in the Hall of Fame. So
Is that you go? That's just for you and the ladies, right?
no, that's for everybody. Well,
I want to know.
yeah,
I
it's for
want
the
to know
ladies.
before I crash. Before I crash the party,
Well,
I want to
it
know.
is for the lady birds, but I am working. That's why I had put that in the chat. A couple of names we ain't gonna say out loud, but um, I am. That's we'll talk. Okay, we'll talk
All
in the
right.
background
All
because, of
right.
course, as everybody knows, Maggie T is now Maggie T Productions. I've been saying it, but it's like I'm really stepping into that more with the watch parties, event planning, um, updating my platforms, talking to radio personalities and sports networks. I actually have a meeting with somebody soon. Um, KV Sports. She is, well, I think it's a whole thing. It's 100 something something radio or whatever. I'll get all the right stuff soon. But she's hosting the Dream Games at Urban Pie. all Dream games. And I have just partnered with Urban Pie as well. That's going to be my official watch party location for all other games. So whenever you want to go see the Atlanta Dream play and you can't go to the actual game, you can go to Urban Pie to watch it. So I'm just trying to find a bar. Well, it's a pizza bar where you can, you know, you don't have to, if you don't want to go and spend a whole lot of money, you get like a slice of pizza and a beer, and you just want to sit there and watch a game. But I'm not charging you, unless of course it's a theme event or something like that. But you're just able to kind of freely walk up, sit on the patio they have, nice location in Kirkwood, and go watch the game because you already know that they're going to have the TV on for it. And you might just happen to see me hanging around. That's what I want. But I don't want it to be where people don't feel comfortable showing up because everybody is beefing with each other. And I ain't going to go to Maggie's event because that person was sitting there in the seat. How do you sound? Aren't you a grown-ass man, woman? Get over it. If you're threatening somebody, take ownership and apologize. If you feel like you didn't threaten them, if they told you, I'm feeling this type of way, okay, I understand that what I might have said may have bothered you. That wasn't my intention. People don't know how to communicate.
Yeah. Don't be scared to come up there and get Maggie T autograph. It's all right.
And that too. It says it said that's good because you need someone that could focus more on the money and not put that all on the GM like we've done in the past. You need to know what you can do afford and the money flow. I feel like there just really does need to be some type of system, a chain of command in order for us to be a well-run machine.
It's one. Everything run through Matt Ryan. Everybody know that.
Right.
Y'all, the
And it's
buck
it's
stop with
it's
me.
it's shaping up to look
Exactly.
like that.
The buck
Hmm.
stop with me.
Right.
Exactly what it is. Cause you seen in the draft process, he ended up taking notes, all that. The
Right.
buck stop
Right.
with me.
Right. Because I was like, ain't no way in the world a competitive man like a Matt Ryan's not going to sit there with his hands like this and say nothing. Because this is also his baby. A lot of people just don't, like
Did you
Matt
see how
Ryan
happy he
never
was with
left
that?
Atlanta.
You see how happy he was with that linebacker pick?
Right.
I thought we were gonna pick somebody on the offense. This man happy on the linebacker pick, so you
Matt
know
Ryan still
he's
got
embedded.
charity here
Yeah, he's
in this
embedded.
city. Matt Ryan's stamp is still here. That Super Bowl loss was like, I got to figure out a way to come back because you know what? I don't feel right on the Colts. Maybe I need to go into TV, but maybe I want to come back to the Falcons because I see and I can talk about where it went wrong unbiased because I actually played it, played on the team, as well as sat there and commentated for other games and teams. So that's me watching other teams and their organizations, how they develop and grow. A lot of people say that Matt Ryan is not qualified and all this. It, sometimes there's also on-site training.
He
If
looked
we
like he
had
doing
that
a good job to
mindset,
me.
right, right. Like if we all had that same mentality, Big Will couldn't walk up in the office and say, "Hey, I think I want to try my hand at owning a trucking company." Oh, you don't have qualifications because you ain't never managed nobody, stuff like that. But I've driven trucks. I know how to manage I'm disciplined. You're an independent contractor. You're working for yourself. So if I can handle my own self to make my money and raise my family and make sure that everything is good, what makes you think I'm not qualified to actually now own a fleet of trucks and hire people with training though? That's why we bring in this other staff to kind of just make sure everybody's on the same accord. Everybody know what their roles are. Which the selection of the staff was calculated. What is the Falcons like? Basically, when Arthur Blank and his consulting team said, "Hey, what is the vision of the Falcons? What is the direction of the Falcons? Can you tell me?" No, we're going to find a way. I think on Sunday, I might make sure that my team does not catch the plane on a Thursday night when we're dealing with conditions of a whole different atmosphere, to have my players together. Oh, no. We're going to wait a little bit. That affected us.
Oh, with the IMAX comment, they got some offensive linemen in the undrafted free agent part. We got to think we only had 6 picks too.
Yeah.
We had 6 picks, and they picked up like about 4 offensive linemen in the undrafted session. So like, yeah, they got some guys.
And I said that, and I said that I was like, they probably going to go defense because they were just heavily over there at Georgia. Not saying every player was going to be Georgia, but we grabbed a couple of them. Not surprised there.
And the
But
Saints hated heavily.
And went in and said, "Let me go ahead and get them. I see what the Falcons doing. They
hated
Georgia boys."
Because I think that Christian
I
Miller
would be like the Eagles. Y'all are followers.
Because I think that Christian Miller was gonna be the pick. That 10 pick when they seen, hey, he on the board. Okay, look, man, we gonna pivot. We got AJ little brother sitting right there. Let's go on and snatch him up. Cause you think about it, they say he 3 picks away from our pick. That's when they found out. So we got, the Saints was at 10. They had the 10th pick. We had the 16th pick. So they showed you they pivoted real quick right there. Look, okay, so the Saints hating. We got something else.
I see what them Falcons doing. Oh, they going defense. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, Georgia Bulldog, can we call you Kirby Smart? What you got going on? What they phone numbers? Cause we can't have these Falcons over here beefing up on defense. No. We ain't got no money, but we gonna double trouble. What picture? My background? So this is the couch. This is the couch, the Falcons couch. Come on out here and let it vent. And I did let it vent today. But it needed to be heard. It needed to be said. Now, if you still on the same stuff, then that's on you, buddy. That's something personally you need to work on. And I believe people can forgive and forget. Well, not forget, but forgive and be cordial. That does not mean saying we're finna have a big old kumbaya, my Lord,
I can
episode.
forgive you. I ain't gonna forget nothing.
Right.
I remember everything.
That does not mean that I'm finna have everybody that couldn't stand each other on one platform. You know what I'm setting myself up for. I'm not having a peace treaty like I'm Mr. Orange Man. I'm just saying, can we walk around in the stadium and that flowery branch and just like, hey, I see you, boy. Okay, bye. I'm over here with my crew. And that's it. But we can come into a common place and not want to tear each other up. Because I'm walking away. I'm going to let y'all look stupid. And I might put it on World Star. I'm just saying. If y'all start scrapping, Maggie finna make some content off of that. It's going to be all on social media.
World Star.
It ain't even going to be World Star. I'm going to create my own lane. AFN, beatdowns or something, Who's the next AFN beatdown?
Beatdowns by AFN.
The Stomp Down. Welcome to the Stomp Down. Today's episode, we got Sugar Ray Leonard and
A-Town Stomp in his original fashion.
But you know what? But no, seriously, the way my Gemini brain works, I think of stuff, and my ADHD, the way it works, I think of stuff. I said, honestly, why not a boxing match? Well, you put on the gloves and say you duke that shit out and then let it go. If y'all want to be so big, bad, and tough and everything else, then put it in the ring. We're going to find a ring. Somebody tell me, where is a boxing ring that we can invite fans to, and then y'all duke that shit out. Now, that's on you if you want to train and whatever. I'm
It's
telling you,
plenty
look,
on down here. It's plenty on down here, and I
I would
ride
charge
with the box
if
of
y'all
gloves in
really
my
want to
trunk.
go in on each other and all that kind of stuff. Look, take it to the AFN ring. How about that?
Yeah.
Because if you're not talking about it and being about it, you just doing this. But it's stupid anyway. You shouldn't even be wanting to be about it anyway. But if you just got to get all that anger and animosity out there, let's do a fundraiser. Let's do a sponsorship. Let's do something useful with that time. A charity fundraiser. So I can take that back to my Atlanta Falcons Nation Educators Fund, which I still have. Y'all can donate to the Cash App if you want to, or I might relaunch my GoFundMe. But a lot of time with people, hear donations, they kind of shy away with it. Oh, here she go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't try to push it in your face, but it's always scrolling at the bottom if you want to donate. We appreciate it. And your super chats. So we have 330 in the house. Let's go ahead and bring them in. Hi, 330.
Hey, what's going on?
So how you doing? How's your morning?
It's going well. A little tired. I had a lot of things going on yesterday.
Okay.
Um, just a little tired, but I'm good. I saw you on and heard some of the things you were saying. I said I need to hit the link.
Mm-hmm. Good. I want you to kind of, give me your opinion of what all I had to say, because it's like me personally, I am not a person that likes to do any sides. I just like to get people to at least get along. I'm not saying that anybody has to work with anybody. That's your business. That's your forte. That's your prerogative. And we got Winston also coming on.
Okay.
But let me bring him on as well. Hey, Winston, how you doing?
Hello. What's going on, cousin?
Good.
Winston Thornton, eye test in
3:30.
the building.
What's happening, fam?
What's
What's
happening?
going on,
What's
Will?
happening?
So we're
What's
gonna start
happening?
it
What's
off with
happening?
Big
shout out to
Will.
Eye Test. But 3:30. You have a platform and everything else, and of course you have expressed some things about how you felt. Now we don't have to discuss, we don't have to put names out there or anything like that.
Particular.
We're not, this is here just to this is a general conversation. So you came on because you wanted to leave some feedback about what you heard and what I was saying.
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, no, I do not have a platform. The few videos or lives or whatever you want to have it that I was allowed to do on another platform, I did that because of some of the things that you were talking about the concerns of um, this beloved franchise slash fan base. And I have since day one, when I first came into this content creating chat fear, I saw from time to time that there was a lot of disrespect among the fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Being judged because of your so-called level of football knowledge, or being judged because of individual opinions that, sometimes when you go on a platform that you're not going to agree with the host of the shows, or the people, or the other people that
Right.
are running the shows or on the panels. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that's what I thought that was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And if you listen to the other people, sometimes their facts findings and difference of opinions from where they sit could
Right.
also add to what, or change how you see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that once that happened, sometimes those discussions got out of hand.
Right.
And that's the issue that I have had with this particular fan base, and I've never spoken on any platforms, and I have been on many.
Mm-hmm.
I've never did any of those things that have been said that were done. But like I said on when I did my little spin on the fandom, the State of the Union fan that I did, there's a $500 bounty out there for anybody to show 3 Dirty or play the videos or show the comments where I was disrespectful to a host or fans.
Mm-hmm.
The money's still on the table. Nobody showed it, but yet it's being put out time and time again that people are threatening people and people are disrespectful. And what we fail to realize is that there are other teams, content creators, and fans that not only be in the chat, but they sit back in the background and they watch us display this.
Destroy each other.
Yeah,
Destroy.
they are
Be
watching it.
disrespectful. Mm-hmm.
Right. And I think that this kind of gives them permission to do the same thing.
Right.
Because if we're squabbling in Atlanta, and everybody's not from Atlanta, but you know, that's where they identify us as. If we're squabbling amongst each other, if we're talking, it's okay to be angry at the coach.
Right.
I'm gonna use Raheem for example. It's okay to be, you know, if Raheem's incompetent, or I called him incompetent 2 years ago. That doesn't mean he's a bad person. It just means that the job that he's doing in Atlanta shows incompetence.
Mm-hmm.
But anything past that, that's kind of disrespectful for the name calling and all of the little memes and all of that. You know, and some of our I've heard on different platforms, they've even talked about the owner.
Yep.
So my thing is, I've always advocated for this. Is about being respectful, showing respect.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we need to do. But the thing of it is, what was said was, well, if you don't like the content or if you don't like what the person is saying, then don't hit the link. Go somewhere else.
Right.
Okay. That's an option. That's not a solution.
Right. There's like I just said, the Falcons content creator community is heavily populated now. So what you don't like for someone else's channel, well, I think I like this style of, you know, but honestly, like Big Will said, honestly, we're recycling the same fans. Everybody bounce from channel to channel because we have those options to do so. But if you are disrespected for saying something that you might think is, well, maybe, you know, like, you got to think about it. Everybody is coming from a different side of the coin of how they view the game. So what they might say may make you think, like Coach Unchained, for instance, he's a coach. So when we're passionate, and because a lot of times what it comes down to, I'm gonna get to you, Mr. Winston, in a minute. A lot of time when it comes to it is we're just overly emotional. And a lot of times people are going through things in the background, and this is their avenue. Some people wasn't the most popular in high school, but they made a status of themselves and they're feeling themselves. And then it comes to egos. I got to have the biggest nuts in the game. And it gets to your head because, oh my God, I got about this many followers and I got, oh my goodness, I pull up on the top whatever list. Who gives
Right.
the sake of it is we're all enjoying talking about our Falcons. That's it. This is therapy for me. This is not YouTube is not the only thing that I'm out here doing. I'm making business about myself. So it's like, if that's all you got, so be it. Hey, much power to you. I give you all the power in the world to make it work, do what it do. But Mr. Winston, come on in this conversation. Is this you wanted to chime in on this topic?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it all boils down, man. Everybody's a fan of the same team, the same uniform, the same logo. Like
Right.
I can't I can't I can't in good conscience sit there and call somebody, well, you're not really a fan because you don't know such and such. Like that's some bullshit.
Right.
I'm sorry. And excuse my language, but I
It's
I,
okay.
I, I apologize, you know what I'm saying? I come on late at night. I come on at 10.
Well, no, I mean, and I don't let a few words fly myself because sometimes the message got to be heard.
Exactly.
But
Yeah, but like
this is that episode today. I felt I was gonna just do a little public service, but this turned into something that needed to happen.
most definitely. Like hell, me and 330 were just chopping it up. What was that? Wednesday, Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
Thursday,
Yep.
Thursday afternoon. He was on the show because we did a show about the JPJ situation,
Right.
and we were just chopping up. Like I've never seen 330 be disrespectful at all, ever. Like ever. He did. He's a fan. He knows his stuff, and he shoot the shit with you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But but so like with the with one of the comments that I put in the chat earlier, like when all right, the reason that me and John started our show, a lot of people don't even know this. The reason that me and John had started our show was because of pretty much the same thing you're speaking about, right? Um, we used to go on, different shows or whatever, and build up a following. People like hearing what we were sitting there saying, da 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 da. And the creators of the show wasn't like splitting attention, so they would mute mics,
Mm.
all that stuff, whoop the whoop. So
Right.
yeah, so that's why we created our own show. And the first thing that we do before we start the show, the first thing we do is we drop the link in the chat. It's an open door policy. Any and
Right.
everybody can come through it. You
It's
know what I'm saying?
welcome.
Just know,
Mm-hmm.
just know what you're talking about. Just know what
Right.
you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to ridicule you, but if you speaking just off of emotion instead of and you got no facts behind it, I'm gonna give you the facts on the situation. Now,
Right.
however you feel behind it, that's up to you. I can't hold your hand on that process, but
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. But that's how we end up creating our show.
And
Like we
I'm gonna
want.
stop you there real quick. You also got to think about it. When you were saying earlier about know your stuff, but some people actually don't, and it's clear that some people are
Yeah,
just cheerleaders. They might not know the X's and O's, and they just might, like you said, coming from an emotional place or whatever. But you also respect that emotional place as, hey, let me
most definitely.
let me just calm down for a minute. Let me give you a different perspective, give you a different opinion. Maybe that'll steer you to think clearer about this, what you're saying. Or
Mhm.
encourage them to go do your research though. Where did you see that? Where did you hear that? Well, I
Where you
seen
get it from?
the blogging something something say that. It's like that is not a credible, like do your research too, people. All these clickbait people or these people that live off controversy sells. I'm gonna put a clickbait out there that's not even true just to get people to click on my page. And then they go in there
Yeah,
and see that it is BS.
If a
like
fan
like
listens long enough, they'll start doing research.
Mm-hmm.
most definitely.
Once they hear the dialogue, once they hear like Winston, since he's up here, I'm gonna call his name. Though him and John, man, they made me start paying more attention to um different aspects of football because of I'm doing the eye test, pun intended. I go to the games. I'm a PSL owner. I go to the games, and I was basing a majority of my knowledge on game day experiences, watching the games, watching the performances of individual athletes, in live and in person. But then when I started listening at these guys, I'm like, man, I gotta start going back and doing a little research outside of Sunday's game. So eventually you guys are rubbing off on a lot of the people, but
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to be a positive influence on people if you make them feel bad
Right.
Yeah,
For having
because
that.
they're not at that level.
What's
Right.
up? What's
Some
up?
people are just started watching the Falcons. Look at the international fans.
Right.
They took the time out and it's like, hey, I don't know everything. I just started, a couple of years ago. Like the lady that got under. I think she's a new fan, but or I had I can't think of her name. Megan, I think her name is. She came on and she does Falcons content, and she said, I haven't, I'm just now getting into it, but she's really good at it because she's done her homework. So
Right.
I just encourage everybody, just go ahead and do your research. Stop going off these, because that's what the media is here to do, to get you to click on it and talk about it, and then y'all stir your own little narratives, and then because this for the longest time we said that Arthur Blank and Matt Ryan's wife is his daughter. Like, who started that rumor, people? Now I'm calling that out. Who
That's
the
been a
heck
rumor for a
said?
long time.
And that
Most
was going
definitely.
for a long time. Like, who said that? Who?
You know what? You know what it was? It was an
What?
emotional fan that didn't like Matt Ryan, so they came up with something to justify why he was here. Not sitting there understanding. Well, Matt Ryan is the best quarterback the Falcons ever had. Like there's no disputing that. I don't
No
care how you
dispute.
want to slice it. Matt Ryan is the best quarterback the Falcons ever had, and he's arguably he's either the best Falcon or he's the second best Falcon, and that's between him and Julio. If you really want to be honest about it, so how can you actually hate on this man? He did take you to a Super
No,
Bowl.
he the best Falcon.
He,
You see what I'm saying?
Ain't even no between. He
Right.
it
the
ain't
best.
no
No.
He the
questioning.
best one.
Right. Yeah, like I give the grace. That's why I threw the number what one or two. I give the grace. Me personally, Matt Ryan the best Falcon that
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
walked through.
Cause we think about it. Your boy goddamn Ryder White was thought to be a bust before Matt Ryan got a hold to him.
Before Matt Ryan,
Mm,
exactly, exactly.
mm.
Why
Yeah, but
receivers leave here and go to other teams and don't
And
do nothing?
and then Julio Jones came up and squoze up in there, and learned, as well.
it's it's
He was
it's it's
already
the
a
Matt Ryan.
beast,
It's
but
the
he had to
LeBron
learn.
James effect because
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Larry Bird when he was the GM for the Pacers, he said and made a public statement. I would never trade or get a player that came from Cleveland than play with LeBron James. And I sit there and say this because of this. LeBron James made those players look a whole lot better than what they actually are. And it's the same thing with Matt Ryan. Now Julio's a dog regardless.
Right.
Dog regardless.
But
But
he also still had a mentor at
exactly.
some point in his life. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
To be that
like
great athlete, he had to learn it from somebody first. But of course, it was also natural ability in addition to that.
most definitely. Like look at Taylor Gabriel. Taylor Gabriel came here, Turbo lit it up for the Falcon fan. When have you ever heard about Taylor Gabriel before he got to Atlanta? And when have you heard him since he left from Atlanta?
Right.
People forget, like, we didn't draft Taylor Gabriel, we traded for him. We brought him in as free agent. Like he had a career before he got to Atlanta. You never heard of him in the league.
And I'm gonna say
Like,
this: our league is definitely, because Falcons don't develop players. They haven't been for the longest time. It's just
yeah,
we
that's
do
it.
get some freaks out there that is just amazing at what they do. Bijan, you know, Tyler, well, excuse me, Drake London and things like that. Well, Tyler, yeah. Anyway,
Whoever get that number 7 jersey just be showing out. Cause Cool
right,
used to be
just
the
be
shit with
showing
the
out.
7 jersey. You know
So
what I'm
they can pick some diamonds in the rough, but as far as developing and making sure these players are in their natural playing positions, we failed in that part of this. We should have been
Yeah,
developing quarterbacks. We should have been developing a lot of these players to be a lot better. If you talking about, I want them hybrid, I want them to be this and that and the other, but you only got them doing one skill, and you got a Waffle House menu where you only run a couple of plays, and you running down B John, wear him out because you just want to B John, catch it, pistol.
no. I Well, I can understand the pistol.
I
I
understand if it's
yeah.
properly executed though, and it's
You can
not the
See,
only
understand
thing you got going on.
you can
but
understand
see,
the pistol, but not being the direct form of your offense. You can be a
no,
part of your offense. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
See, the pistol wasn't supposed to bend the actual offense. The reason that the pistol was so predicated was because of health issues. All right, if you really go look at the film, right? You only saw Zach Robinson actual offense what maybe 11 times in the 2 seasons he was here.
Mm.
Like, all right. So the first 5 games of his first year, Kirk Cousins was hurt. The first time you actually saw his actual offense was week 5 when we played Tampa Bay. That was the first time you saw his actual offense. That's when Kirk threw for 509 on Matt Ryan night, right? All right. So you saw it from that point up to Kirk hurting his elbow. That's when you saw Zach Robinson actual offense. Before that, you saw the pistol. All right. So then when he hurt his elbow when we played the Saints, well, the Aints, all right, from that point up to Kirk getting set, it started matriculating back towards pistol because he was injured. All right.
Mhm.
So then Penix come in. All right, well, I'm slow roll you, but I'm taking out the trainer. That's why I never understood why people said, well, Penix can't play on the center. You literally saw him play on the center those last 3 games of the season. You saw him play on the center. But people forget that. Like you forgot that he led us on 3 either take the lead or game time drives. Each one each the last 3 games. All right. So when the next season start, that's when the wheels fall because Caleb McGarry went down with surgery, then Storm Norton tore up his ACL. All right. Now you don't have a blindside protector for this well, I ain't gonna say rookie, 2nd year quarterback that's about to make his first legitimate starting
Right.
season.
Is he technically yes.
Yeah, you see what I'm
Because
saying? So
mhm.
now because of the limited options that I have, because we traded him, we got Jarrell from Seattle, but he never showed up. So I have to actually elevate a practice squad guard to become a blindside protector, starting blindside protector. Yeah, I'm gonna put you in the pistol so you have chance to see the defense. I can't put you on the center because if you turn your
Nah, I
back to
don't.
that side, you can get your head cracked. And even with that, you still got hit. You still got hurt because go look at both of Penix's injury. They came from the same spot. You had
Mm.
the first one came from I can't even remember who it was, but it came on the inside of Wilkinson. Then the last one, Trey Morey came around the outside, and that was toward Penny's ACL.
Nah, I'm gonna say Pennis got hurt because of the offensive coordinator. He had everybody running option routes. Everybody don't deserve to run option routes. You don't get his playbook. This man drawing up stuff with crayons and shit. This man didn't know what he was doing, bro. That's the offensive coordinator got this man hurt. Now I hear what you're saying about the good, them good games Kirk Cousins were having.
I
That was
will give
because
you some credit on
Kirk
that.
Cousins brought that Minnesota playbook down here, and he was using that. That was Kirk Cousins, as you seen later on in the season. You seen how the offense was
Uh-huh.
running fluidly because he finally said, "Hey, bro, I need to get up on the center. I need to be up on the center, not all that pistol shit."
And you
It
also got to look at it like this. Look at Kirk. I think 330 jumped off. Look at Kirk Cousin at a certain close to the end of the season. I don't remember what game, but it was like he was like,
Hold on, can,
"Get
can
what
y'all
you
hear me?
got
My
going on. I'm gonna
audio
go
went out.
ahead and no huddle this thing and figure it out." At the same time, it's
you
like,
could tell the difference. Yeah, you can tell
mm-hmm,
the difference.
mm-hmm,
And they failed Michael Penix by not having an offense. I mean, a quarterback coach. They had
mm-hmm.
a rookie quarterback coach trying to teach a rookie. What are we doing on
First
this?
time everything. Everybody a first time. I want to be a first
Yeah,
time head coach.
it was too much friend, not enough experience.
Right,
He was
friend.
trying
That's
to build
true.
his
How
own.
many
He was
of us
trying to
have
build his own
them
tree. He was
friends?
trying to build his own tree, but you thought about it the wrong way. You could have brought veterans in here that could have came and succeeded and have them training guys up under them that would have still built your own tree. But you weren't thinking about it that type of
And
way.
one
You
thing
think
we
about,
heard
oh,
you the whole time you was speaking, but if you can't hear us, come back out. If you, I'm gonna type in the chat. If you can't hear us now, sometimes StreamYard be StreamYarding.
Yeah, it kicked me out.
It kicked you out. So
yeah,
Yeah.
screen y'all be
so,
tripping
I'm gonna
sometimes.
say
Yeah.
restarts. StreamYard does. We were doing good for a whole. We've been on for almost 2 hours, and now, okay, yes, come back. Yeah. So Stream. I don't know what update StreamYard gonna put together, but they need to figure it out because my people. If John Abraham get out here and they be kicking him out, he one of them folk like, oh, I see you trying to get rid of me now. It's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, that,
Nah,
StreamYard.
right.
they update like Apple update and don't be updating nothing.
Right. I just had an
Hey,
update to look at the same stuff. Like, what are we updating?
hey, Maggie,
Yes, yes.
Maggie. Let me go back around to our discussion because I think this is a great opportunity, especially for me, to kind of clear the air and give some of my perspectives on some things where that's happening in the content creator world
Mm-hmm.
from a guy that hits the link. And everybody knows 330. I'm like Will. If they drop the link and
Oh
they
yeah,
talking Falcon football, I'm
I'm on
coming.
everybody's stuff.
But here's what happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna call one name. It's Atlanta Bird Gang.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta Bird Gang been going on and strong for many years, from what I've heard,
Mm-hmm.
from the history of it. And a lot of people stem from that platform
Uh-huh.
and went on to do other things.
Mm-hmm.
And just like you always talking about a tree,
Yeah.
that's what a tree does.
Right. Branches off.
Right. It branches off. That's just natural. Just like you raising your kids. One day you're going to have to kick them out of the nest or at least let them fend for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened. But when I came in to the content creator
And
scene,
wait a minute, real quick. What we're
uh-huh.
not going to do, this is a respectful platform. You can take that on your other platforms, but the purpose of this conversation here, like I said, whether you agree with it or not.
Oh, you talking to the chat? Or you
Yes, I'm
talking to
talking
me?
to the chat. To the
Oh,
chat.
okay.
You will be removed if you can't be respectful in this chat. You don't bring that over here to Atlanta Falcons Nation. I don't care how you operate on any other platform, but you're not going to take this over here because what I'm doing is trying to bridge a gap at the end of the day because
Right.
nobody's innocent here in this situation. Do you understand that? Keep going.
And so what I didn't know was that some content creators had some differences with other content creators. And by me being just a naive fan at the time, I was in all the chats. Man, I've subscribed to over 30 over 3-4 years I've been participating either by chat or hitting the links in this content creative field. I've probably subscribed to over 30 creators. Some of them are still here and some of them are not.
Mm-hmm.
But what I didn't know was that the content creators were watching each other,
Mm-hmm.
and they took the people that subscribed in the chats, or not subscribed, but participated in the chats as an enemy. Like, because you're over there at that platform, you can't come to my platform
Right.
and have a chat because you're dabbling with the enemy, which nobody knew about. I didn't. I had no idea that there was animosity among competitors.
Right. Right. So this is what we're addressing: the elephant in the room. That there are clicks. Let's keep it real. And you got your people that are out here looking for the negativity. That's why I just had to hide, pause somebody, because it's like, you're going to get, we're not going to get anywhere if we're going to continue this negativity every time somebody speaks out about something. This is what I encourage here is mature adult conversations, people. I shouldn't have to hold your hand about accountability. Like, you look ridiculous in the first place because you look immature at the end of the day. Ain't that right, somebody? Why are you? Big Will is not going to answer you because he respects his platform. But what I'm not going to do is keep up the messiness. That's what I'm trying to stop. Whether you like it or not, you can go on over there and be in a crab and a bear in your own little world. Mad at yourself. You're going to be that old man with a pamper on. Yeah. Ain't nobody going to want to be around your ass. You ain't going to have nobody at your funeral. I just shop out and pick up my grass. That's what's going to happen. Who the hell? God. And you're going to end up being like that. You're going to go see now, and next thing you know, what? And nobody going to want to wipe your ass. It's like, well, I don't like your attitude. I'm just calling it out for what it is. We have these cliques and these gangs and whatever y'all got going on. Take that beef over there or let it go.
And most of them don't even know what the hell what they even mad over. Just mad to be mad.
They mad
Well, I'm gonna
because
be honest with you.
they heard it from the grapevine to the word of mouth to this person to that person, and he say and she say, and y'all are men, mind you. Y'all are 40, 50, 60, 70-year-old gentlemen.
I think I may be the youngest content creator out there, and I'm 39. Well,
you ain't the youngest. You my age.
No.
It's
and
a
you
younger
have
one.
my boy Zay in the back. Zay younger than me too.
Yeah,
But
Dirty Bird Fly Through is too.
Okay.
Oh, for real? Well,
Chandler about 22 years old, man. He's a young guy.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit,
You
that's
can kind of
yeah.
tell that he's a young guy
Chandler
too.
sound like an old man. Sound like one of the old motherfuckers.
But some of the mannerism, you can tell he's like,
Yeah.
young. So it's like we speak it with emotion. For what reason, though?
What's his page?
Dirty Bird Fly Through.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you guys go over there. He allowed me to use his platform to do my my State of the Union fan thing, because Maggie, what you're doing now, that's pretty much what I was doing on that video because of my concerns, because I saw a lot of immaturity throughout the people that had the voices of the Falcons, because you guys are very influential,
right? But
in these streets.
But I'm gonna say this. But it's like every reaction doesn't require a reaction. No, excuse me. Every action doesn't require action at the same time.
True.
Sometimes we just gotta be the bigger person and make them look like idiots, whoever it is. And I'm walking away. Whatever. My personal thing is, if you ain't putting nothing in my pockets, if you ain't over here paying this light bill, this water bill, do you understand that Maggie T Productions have to pay everything? I got a mortgage. I got kids that's going to college. I got all kinds of things going on, and I got to come on here and then watch y'all tear each other down at the same time. So I'm over here holding the hands of children, along with my children.
Well, Maggie, that's kind of a man thing, though.
It is.
At a certain point,
she wear the pants over there. What you talking about? She wear the pants.
I wear the pants over here.
That's
like,
not
a lot
a
of people
man
don't
thing.
understand. You know what?
No,
It's funny.
let me finish, Winston.
I used to get, it used to be people that didn't like my directiveness, no nonsense kind of like, oh, you gonna tell me what to do? Like, yeah, get off my channel.
Right. When you're running the show, you got to run the show.
Right. So I can be all kinds of whatever. But if you're not aligning to my goals and values and moral and things I want for this channel, it's not for you, boo-boo. But you can go create that lane over there, and I will cordially respect you. But when this comes back to me, where it's like, Maggie, I couldn't watch the channel because when it turned into a bullying fest or a bashing fest, my opinions, it's like, bring it to us and speak your piece, and then I'm ridiculed for it. I had to turn it off. So in the midst of growing all of this, I'm sure I lost some potential fan bases. I could have been a lot bigger than I am now. So it's like, now I'm catching up, making back up, bringing everybody together. So I'm talking to the individuals that stood away due to association. And because I also stood my ground and called that association out, oh, well, you over here trying to cater to this side. It's like, I am a neutral person. I don't give a fuck about none of this. This is a YouTube channel that I like to talk about my sports and get off. Y'all making it too deep and too serious and too personal.
Well, Maggie, like I was saying, right? And Winston, what I mean by a man thing is you have your journey, right? Nobody knows your individual journey. I have my own journey. You know, I'm retired. I have a party bus business. I'm a longtime fan. I'm a longtime PSL owner, and I travel from North Carolina to the games. And that's my individual quick story. But where it's a man thing and what I'm saying is that at some point in your life, your journey is what defines you. And your name is all you have at the end of the day, and who you are and how you're perceived. And no one has the right to squander your name publicly or individually without merit. And that was my problem. When my name, Three Dirty, which is what I'm known in these streets, in the content creator streets, started becoming squandered and lied on and even threatened at some points. And I'm like, what in the world is going on here? So I did the fan thing because I wanted the people to check themselves.
But you got to understand that one thing about it is we can't change an individual unless that person wants to be accountable for themselves. You can beat it to their black and blue. You can make all these announcements. You can make out, you can even try to come together and talk about it. But when individuals can't have a mature conversation when it comes down to it, or you looking for clout and all this kind of stuff, because you got this whole ego that you just can't tear down, because you got to have the biggest nuts in the room, then
that part is not important to me, though.
Let it go. It's like, forget it. You can't save people. I don't save people. I stopped doing that.
Well, my focus wasn't to save the people. My focus was that if we're going to be in this space together, sometimes, like old folks used to say, and I'm old now, but the old folks used to say is, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing at all.
Right. But now people are doing it the opposite way. They got something bad to say. They'll say something bad before they say something good. Most of
they don't want you to say something back to them. So it's
exactly
like, right. So I'm gonna throw the stones and hide my hands. Exactly. Because then, subliminal messages, intentional things, and little comments. Come on, people. Do you understand? People watch this like a hawk, and they listen to everything, because some people got their headphones in, they're on the way to work, they listen to every word you say.
That's right.
So you have to watch what you do, so, but I do want to go ahead and get into these these players, because overall I wanted to talk about the Falcons, but I did want to address the issue, because of course at this moving forward, the internet makes folks so sassy. Absolutely. So it's like, moving forward on this channel, I
It
am
didn't make them sassy. It just gave them a platform. They been sassy.
It gave,
They just
right,
got
it gave them a release.
they just
right,
got somewhere to put it to. Boy.
right.
Exactly. That there you go,
So
big real.
These folks ain't raised the same no more. There's a lot of feminine motherfuckers out here, boy.
right. So
Right.
and I mean that's real. Some people just don't know how to, they're secretly, hurting inside because they don't know how to express themselves properly. All they know is to behave
Hey,
the way that they behave.
hey,
And
Maggie,
Mhm.
you
Bitlow gonna come in
remember?
here with his shit. Cut that shit out, Bitlow.
Hey, you remember? You remember when you did the show about the men being vulnerable,
Mhm.
and Debo came on, myself and Fandemic came up there, and I thought it was a great show, and I'm waiting for the next time that you do this part 2 of that.
Yes, I will.
That was
Um,
to me, that was a great show. It tapped into some things that would help men, even in different spaces, to just be themselves, and at the same time respect others and respect how others see things. I took a lot of hits for that, for me being up there, and if you notice, I went on camera.
mhm.
Nobody else has seen me on camera other than some other situations, but I came on camera just to show the vulnerability that a man can put out there and expose itself to other people in other situations. And I took some hits for it, but that's okay, because that's one of the proudest things that I am. I'm a humble guy, but I will stand up for myself, and I will be vulnerable, and I will admit if I am wrong. And if you tell me I wronged you, even if I might not feel like I wronged you, if it will ease your pain, I will apologize to you
Mhm.
to ease your pain, because then it's not about me. And I think that's where a lot of people make a mistake, is when a person opens up to them and say, "Hey man, what you said to me hurt me."
Right.
Instead of saying, "Well, you know what, we didn't intend it to do that. Um, we won't do that again. We'll move forward." They could be lying through their teeth, but they did the right thing.
Mhm.
But instead, a lot of people, "Oh, you ain't your feelings, and you ain't no man, and you ain't this, and you ain't that." And what people don't realize is you're creating a worse situation for that individual. But
You're
I'm
adding to the messiness. You're adding to,
exactly
and you don't know what.
that's it in a nutshell.
Yep.
There
So
would be no slandering of Big Will in these comment sections.
right, these this that extra steak that he is his bricks that he be cooking over there.
Oh, then you gonna tag along, boss
I
lady?
mean, I'm
That's what you
sorry.
doing?
What you
I mean,
talking about? Them,
his
them well done bricks.
well done bricks,
Hey,
well
y'all
done
just had
bricks.
the wrong
I like brick,
y'all had the wrong people
A1
preparing
salt.
y'all. Let me I'm gonna let y'all taste some well done steak. Let y'all know what it is.
But
Mhm.
Y'all
let
had
me
the
know.
wrong people preparing
Mhm.
y'all food. That's what it is.
So, with that being said, let's talk about it, because I wanted to talk some Falcons football, but Maggie
Let's
started
go.
on her rant and venting, and it kind of got deep here. I just felt like there is a need for it. Take from it for what you will. All I'm saying is I'm trying to build the gap between content creators. Now, can you be the bigger person? Say, I openly admit and I apologize that maybe I didn't see it, that I was disrespecting you, but maybe this is just my style of content, and I'm sorry if it offended you. Let's be bigger men and say, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. I'm sorry. If anything that I ever said or did that offended you, I apologize. Can we do that? Can we do that? I'm not asking you, like I said, this is not a kumbaya, my Lord, and we all the world. And no, we're not going to be singing on the same microphone. But we got to be in the same spaces, people. I want to be able to sit down with the monks of John Abraham and, all these greats, and where they don't have to feel like hey, I mean, what's going on? There's some tension in here. I ain't going to never come to this establishment.
That could
That's
easily
what you
happen.
created. That's what you're creating. So let's go. I want to talk some football. So we're going to talk about this guy right here, Atlanta Falcons Nation. The Falcons select. We got the The brothers. Shout out to Big Low. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored.
Mhm.
Give me a high five.
Mhm.
Apparently, he's 7 years younger than his brother, but instantly has a automatic mentor up in here. And brother was so excited, he almost told on himself because he was probably holding back and like, oh my god, oh my god. So, but I get it, Low. Yes, it's time for the negativity to go. We all come on here to talk ball. Let it go dirty. Thank you. Let it go, all people. Not even just dirty. Everybody that has any type of let it go, man. I have. I'm
Wait a
just
minute,
gonna
now I
say
got to
this.
respond to that
Wait,
now.
330. Wait, 330. Wait,
That ain't
wait,
fair.
wait. All I'm saying is, my girlfriend's mother just had a stroke and left her left side of her body is, I mean, you can say whatever you want to say. 330. I get it. I get it. You know, but sometimes it's the uncomfortable situations. But me, generally, I'm talking to everybody that is affected, not just one. But my girlfriend's mother had a stroke, and now she's, having to be cleaned up and, her butt wiped and all that kind of stuff. All because of stress and everything else that we all hold dear, as an African American community, people, high blood pressure, cholesterol, stress. Stress can kill you as well. So forgive and let it go, people.
Let
Forgive and
what
let
go?
it go.
Let what go?
The conversation.
Well, he called me. He called me out, but I wanted him to tell me what do I need to let go. I've unsubscribed to the people that were
Right.
messing with me, but yet they still call my name on and even put out
Like
threats
I said,
of death and violence.
turn the other cheek. Let it
My
walk
cheeks are
away.
sore. My cheeks are sore.
But if you continue to communicate about it, it's gonna keep going. If you feel like they're still saying something and you're going back and forth, it's the back and forth I'm talking about here.
I'm not going back and forth with anybody. I unsubscribed. I left it alone. But when people say,
Okay.
"Hey man, hey man, you can't come to Georgia. You gonna get missing,"
I get that. I
or
get
this and
that.
the other,
I get that.
and
But
and
when
you
you
have to
say
pay
you're done, you
attention.
let it go. When
Well,
you say
I
you're
don't.
done, there's no more conversation about it. This
Yeah,
is me
but you gotta
personally.
pay attention too. You gotta pay attention when people talking. You
I get you.
have to pay attention because they may be serious.
Well, and if they are, they are. You just stay away from that.
How can you stay away from something and you moving around? People have ways of finding you. People have ways of knowing where you are. Everybody knows that I go to home games.
Of
But
course.
330, you can pay attention and not respond, bro. There's a lot
Right.
of
I have
internet
not
thug. It's a
responded.
lot of internet thug. You responding right now, sir. Just
Oh,
relax,
nah,
y'all.
nah. I got to
Relax.
stand up. But like I said, I got to stand up for myself
You're standing up for yourself. That's still responding.
Yeah.
with the explanation because you got people that are in it that are sitting back and they're in it and you don't know they're in it. I've been quiet for quite some time.
Get it. I
All right.
get it. But the purpose of me putting this together is not for none of that right now. This is me being general to all of the fan base that might have been affected. If you're going through something and everything else, I am not directing this to any particular individual. For me,
Yeah.
this is general because everybody has their hand at some point, even if it's not the people that we're talking about. There's animosity throughout this entire fan base, apparently. This is what I'm addressing as a whole, not directing it to anybody. But if you're feeling attacked, I just feel like everybody just need to listen to this message, period, and just listen to me, and that's it. I don't want to go back and forth about this. Whatever what you feel outside of this can be handled outside of this. But the whole purpose of it is trying to bring peace here, and let me speak.
Well, like I said,
Facts.
Big Low, you know how to reach me. You need to break that down for me since you called my name out. Let it go because
All
I've
right.
I've done I've done all I can do. But let's talk
Boss
about
Lady, let's
Terrell.
go and talk
He
about
gets what
Let's
you
talk
say
about
XP.
now.
Terrell.
He's And here's you go, Lo. There you go. He said, I get what you're saying, 330. I just want you to keep going to these games and having a good time. Focus on your fandom. That's all he's saying.
I'm gonna focus on everything because I'm 63 years old and I'm trying to live to be 64. And if
Okay.
somebody says
You
something
can.
crazy, I'm gonna address it
Okay.
appropriately.
That wasn't the
You know.
crazy, though. That wasn't the crazy. This is where we
No, no,
come
no, 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 no,
No,
no.
no,
I'm talking about
he's
some
talking
other
about
things that
the initial scenarios.
Of course, I get the initial scenarios, but
the,
we
the,
also
the
have to be able to take a little bit of
Flat,
thank
not
you.
when you
flat,
threaten my life on a live. I'm not.
But
three dirty,
this is
three
not
dirty, three dirty.
big
Look,
low. It's
this,
not that person though. So you're attacking him because he's
No,
just
I'm not.
basically he's looking for your best interest at heart and just wants you to listen.
I
That's it.
did,
You want
but
to
I'm telling
argue.
him why I
Right.
can't.
You want
Let
to you want to defend yourself. You don't have to do that here. You don't have to do that. The individual you're
that
talking about is not here.
right. That was she trying to get you at. But let's get on Avion, man. Avion Terrell, 'cause like,
Thank
yeah.
you. Let's get
She
there.
ain't
Yeah,
she ain't bring it,
but
she
let's
ain't
talk
bring the
about it.
show to that. Let's talk about these boys.
No, let's go.
So I know some people felt like, why did we grab Terrell's brother at number 48, first pick? But I think I think it's a cool thing. Look at that. You got support down here. 2025 All ACC first team selection. 2025 Jim Thorpe Award semifinalist. Clemson's record for forced fumbles, 8 from 2023 through 2025. Total tackles, solo 48, pass breakups 9, and forced fumbles. A lot of time here is, they're going to bring in these players. Like I said, they wasn't going to be making big splashes, but they did a hell of a job, though, regardless of, what we expected.
Man,
Ian was
drafted and undrafted. They've been cooking.
cooking,
they've
cooking.
been on.
Shout
I,
out to
I,
Matty Ice and Ian and the crew and the Nerdy Birds.
The nerdy birds.
Shout out to them because you know what? They're going to develop these players regardless if they had a little bit of gray area. They're going to make them where they're versatile. They can be placed anywhere. And we're going to be running plays where you don't know where they're coming and going. You're building because we're losing quite a few people due to injury, retirement, also cap situations where we can't afford these players and we hate to see them go. But we came in and say, and instantly, soon they got really one of, I'm retiring. We're going to bring in your replacement tomorrow. They already on the flight. That's how Ian. They don't play no games. Staff
Right.
and athletes.
Then I don't want people to forget. Just because we picked up Avion, that
Mhm.
don't mean he finna come in and start.
Right.
Y'all forget about a lot of the defensive back we got in this room. We stacked in this defensive back room.
Right.
So if he come on to be a starter, that gonna mean he earned this spot. Because hey, we got a dude named Kobe Bryant that had his moment last year too. And he
Mm-hmm.
came in with a little bit more muscle this year. And he ready to compete too. So I
Right.
want the best man out on the field. It's gonna be one of the most competitive training camp we ain't had in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody giving no job. It's gonna be a lot of fighting out there. And I'm here for
Yeah, and he was picked in the second round. Also, we got to remember that
Mm-hmm.
the position that he was picked at, because a lot of us were stuck on the first round picks that we were making in the past. So I just wanted to throw that in there. He got picked at
it.
number 48, not number 8.
Look a
no,
bit low throwing shots at you, boss lady.
Oh, he kind of Avion game makes sure the ball touch, and he said he kind of untrustworthy because he went to. Hmm. we Westlake have now. There are some questionable characters. Pac-Man Jones. I'm just saying, but we produce some athletic people in all sports. So don't you ever do that, Big Low, ever again, because Westlake is the best Blake of all. Go Lions and AJ Navion.
no. I will say this, right? What ABIs you got?
Uh-oh.
Um,
He breaking up just a little
Something
bit.
going on with your volume on Winston.
I
Something
thought
going on
so.
with your mic, bro.
You might be in a dead zone. You sound like a robot. Come back out and come back in. I heard that part, but it was Big Low. What high school did you go to? The Big Country Bumpkins Academy?
Wow.
Is that y'all got like y'all ever watched Little House on the Prairie where it was the one school that everybody
He
went
went
to?
he went to cornbread academics.
Where they told him to spell country with a K, right? He
Y'all
said
over
he
there,
didn't figure it out till he went to college. So
y'all over there plowing y'all lunches for the week.
They taught him how to get the grits real thick down there.
After you done, make sure you put them rugs out. Let them air out. you got chores to do when you're done. But I love that we drafted AJ's brother, Go Westlake. All right, then Miss Sonia is also a Westlake alumni, and my twin sister. Just saying,
We ain't getting Westlake all that love. Y'all still a baby in the APS system. Y'all a baby.
we ain't even APS. We're Fulton County. Thank you.
Well,
Don't even.
Okay, in the Fulton
Even though I
County
went to
system,
APS
y'all a
too.
baby. Y'all a baby.
It's real. All right, Winston, we're gonna try it one more time. Hold on. Okay, there you go. Are you back with us?
It don't still sound like graham cracker.
Oh, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Are you on a headset or anything?
It
Maybe
might be your
unplug it.
Bluetooth. You might
Take
got
your
to cut off
Bluetooth
your
off.
Bluetooth and reconnect. Yeah.
Check your settings. Oh, you stick it on the phone? Oh. It might just be your coverage area right now because you sound like a robot. But
I know my headphone did that at one point. I just had to disconnect my headphone and
you might have to always restart. Maybe restart completely, like your entire device if you're on your phone, because it's dragging.
Yeah, especially if you got an iPhone. iPhone be doing that crap.
But yes, the hate is real. Damn them. See, was that one of your spelling words on the list? Dagum. Class today we're gonna learn about dagum, digums, and
that is a one syllable word. Dagum. You better not say dagon. You better say dagum.
But no, seriously though, as far as Terrell coming in here and being mentored and learning up under his brother and everything else, what impact you feel that he will make on this team?
Who you asking that?
Whoever want to answer it.
Go ahead, 330. What you think?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, man. I didn't want another smaller corner, but then I looked at all of the other corners that went high or higher in the draft. They were pretty much the same. Have the same numbers, tape wise, but he's a turnover machine. So whenever for him to be the number 2 behind his brother, if he earns that position, I think that he will put fear on the other side because the weaker wide receivers, he'll probably make them give up the ball. And he's a decent tackler, and I don't think it's a negative pick. I don't think it was a negative pick. Just to speak on what his potential is, I think his ceiling is high. And his second motivation is playing at home in front of home team, home fans, and home family. So it was a good pick. I don't have anything negative to say at this point.
Okay. And Big Will?
Well, what I got to say, what folks saying he's small in stature, you go watch that boy's film. He in your hip pocket. I don't care what size you is over him.
And we had some strong stature, small, some athletes on our team that was small.
Right. We forgot about Brent Grimes. He was the smallest and was D'ing up what you call him?
Megatron.
D'ing up Megatron. So you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It don't matter by their side. He might be short and stature. That boy ain't weak though.
Right.
He get up in your grill. So and he got a brother that been mentoring him the whole way. And they got some metrics that got him better than AJ Terrell. So like, and he ain't scared to come up in that run game. That's what I like to see out of my cornerback. Come up there, put your fan in the. I mean, put your face in the fan. Come up there and make that hit in the run game. That's what I like to see.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like a lot of these guys we brought in this all season in the DB room. He really raised that flow, and it's gonna be heavy competition. So I'm looking forward to it. I love this pick. Right after I seen that we weren't gonna get Christian Miller because the Saints came in and hated like a motherfucker. But yeah, this was the next guy on their board, and they went and got their guy. So I love this pick.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna move it on to the next. Everybody likes to pick. Some people are saying, well, I have to see. Um, let's talk about our next pick. And I just threw this up here, so it might not even be in order. So yeah, bear with me if you see 205 or whatever before you see two. Just no, I'm sorry. I upload them all at the same time. So like, look, I went from 48 to 208,
Yeah,
but
this the fourth pick. This the fourth pick right here.
but yeah, I'll get my drift. Okay.
Yeah,
So
we rolling.
um
We rolling with the punches. Let's go.
we rolling with the punches and everything. So with that being said, the Falcons draft Ontario Thompson. Woo, Washington Huskies at 208. And look, versatile defensive tackle with power, speed, and high motor. Expected to compete for rotation snaps early and make an instant impact on the D line. Um, and just what do y'all think about that pick?
I think that was a great strategic pick there. They paid attention to his numbers, and what they expected to put on the defensive line to address the trenches. Um, I looked at some of his numbers. They say this guy at 306 pounds ran a 4.7 40. That's a very dangerous guy to have in the middle that quick
Mm-hmm.
coming out of the dirt. I think he's 6'2", so he's kind of Grady Jarrish with a little bit more weight and a little bit more speed.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, and I think he can be hybrid. I think he can go toward the edges like a Harrison. I talked with another content creator about this guy, and he threw that at me. He said, we can move this guy on each side of the line with that quickness. If he has the hand skills and able to shed blocks, there's great potential for this young man, and it was a great pick at 208. Next person.
Big Loaded joined the thing. All right, so what I did see on this Mega, I didn't know who he was when we first got him, but I know everybody knew before. I say we got to get a defensive tackle in draft, but I ain't gonna like that. I ain't gonna like the way we just went in the draft, but we got a defensive tackle here. Once I did a little bit more research on him, I understand him a little bit more. This guy is quick. He's quick out the ball. What we call that, get out with our defensive D line coach like to say, get off the fucking ball. He gets off the ball quickly.
Yes, he
Okay,
So I
does.
like
folks,
I
I
like the
had
way he
my
get.
internet decided to go out at this very moment. That's crazy. Are y'all here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we see
Let me come back in and come out because I can't hear
you
now.
here, you here.
you
Scrolling
here? We
my
already
whole
hear you,
thing.
Maggie.
Hold on, yeah.
Well, why boss lady get that together? But yeah, like I said, I ain't know much about him until I did some more research on him. And this boy ran a 4.7
Yes,
in
sir.
the four. And this boy ran a 4.7 in the 40. And the last time I seen a big dude move like that was Jordan Davis, and
Can
he
everybody
was
hear me?
hey, yes, we
Good,
got you.
Mike.
Can you hear us?
I can't hear nothing. See,
You
it's
can't hear
crazy.
nothing.
You can't hear any of
I
us.
hate StreamYard. If y'all talking, I can't hear a thing y'all saying right now. Hold on. I'm coming back in and out. Keep going though. Keep going.
Yeah.
Be quiet till I get back in.
refresh it. But yeah, yeah, he ran the last time I seen a 4.7 off a guy that big was Jordan Davis, and he ran, and that boy was big. And man, I really like the violence he played with at
Right.
the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? And by seeing our D line coach, you can definitely tell there was a pick. There was his pick right here. So yeah, I appreciate this pick. After, like I said, after the Saints hated so badly and took who I thought we were finna get. Yeah, I appreciate this pick right here. What you think, Bitlow?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes,
got you.
sir.
What in the world, Bo? What's going on with y'all,
What
man?
in the
What's
world?
up, man?
Hey, y'all doing good today?
Yeah.
Man, that's
Yes,
good, Bo.
sir.
That's good. Look at here. That Ontario Thompson kid, that's my favorite pick of the draft.
It might be the steal of the draft, Bitlow.
That's
It might
that's
be,
my
bro.
favorite pick of the draft, Bo. Yeah, so I heard you talk about that 4.7 speed, but they said that he was in a 99 percentile in his splits. Basically, his get off from the
Yes.
ball, some 0 to
Yeah.
10, 10 to
Think it was
20,
like a 1.4 or something like that. One something like that.
1.4. That means he
That's
get up and
crazy,
out of
man.
there.
That's a grizzly bear coming at you.
That's a grizzly bear
That's
coming
what we
at you.
call a dancing bear. You gonna
That's a dancing bear. That's
That's
what
a
I'm talking
dancing
about,
bear
Will.
right there, man.
That's what I'm
Hey,
talking about.
we got two big
So
men on it. But serious business. Being you and Big Will, you guys are big guys. What advantage does that give you to be able to just move that quick and be that agile? What kind of problems does that give a slower person?
So, 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 in a sense, you have two types of rushes. You hear people talk about speed rushers and pass rushers. So, is if you're big, it's easy to go from power to speed, right? Because inertia.
Right.
They teach us to stay low. They teach us to lean forward. But if you can turn speed into power and you already have power, you're doing 225 30 times, you
Exactly.
unstoppable. You're unstoppable, Bo.
What
So
it do, it makes that offensive lineman very uncomfortable. That's what it
it
do.
makes it very uncomfortable
Very uncomfortable.
because you thinking about it. It's like you're literally it turns into just stepping back and catching. So think about it. If you're an offensive lineman, you go on the pass pro. You on the outside, they teach you to kick back. If you on the inside, they teach you to take those steps back down and drop you behind. But if you got a guy that's 308 and has a 1.7 split, and he bench presses 300 pounds, and I think he's in the 80 percentile in arm length. That means that he's going to come at you fast. Whenever he does get his hands on you, he's going to bench press you. Then
And his
after
hands
that,
violent. His
and
hands
his hands
violent.
violent. Then after that, he's going to blow past you like it ain't nobody. It's bro. This is an Aaron Donald type of pick.
And he got numbers better than Aaron Donald
He
right
has
in the
numbers
percentage.
better
And
than
that's the
Aaron Donald.
crazy thing. The crazy thing is also bit low. He coming in with a cup half full. So that means he got room to
Exactly.
learn. He
Exactly.
ain't figured out everything. He got room to learn. So we let our defensive line coach get his hands on him. Man,
And he the best D line coach in the league.
in the league.
So
So
will these offenses eventually have to start double teaming this young man or chipping at
Well,
least?
our D line is so good they not gonna be able to double up anybody. That's the
Mm,
thing. That's what makes our D line coach so good. Everybody got to put in their work. If you ever seen the practice when he working with the D line, they got to be putting in work or he chewing their ass out. He chewing them out ASAP. You know what
yes,
I'm saying? So, hey,
yes. I mean, so
boss
just
lady, you
a
back with us?
I am.
all right.
I think my power flicked off and then it cut back on, so my internet just came back on and stuff. So, and I was trying to get on from my phone, but I did learn, people. Whoever's content creators on StreamYard, I realize you can go to your audio and kind of teeter it from speaker to something, and you get sound again. So you don't. I did this time. I didn't have to exit out to get my sound back. So
Oh, okay.
that's a
You do
tip for
what?
anybody that's having issues. When someone say, I don't have, put in the chat, say, hey, go to your audio and teeter it back and forth to back to, your audio. You'll start hearing it again. I don't know what StreamYard got going on with these updates, but I don't like it. So, but let's go ahead and get to this player right here. Harold Perkins Jr. here. what do y'all think about this pick?
And
And I just realized, everybody, I'm gonna have to change the name of this episode because I realized I went live on the John Abraham recording.
I saw that.
Thank goodness I did not send this off to him. I was like, what? Because somebody said, where's John Abraham? I was like, what is he talking about? I'm on the Ladybirds of AFN stream right about now, y'all. And my morning show, I'm just gonna have to switch that up. And yeah, it ain't nothing but an editing situation. So give me time to clear it up. This is not John Abraham episode, people. That is at 8 p.m. But that's kind of a slick, quick marketing strategy. Everybody in here like, oh, I wanted to see John. It's like, well, guess what? You gotta wait.
John ain't here.
That's
While you're
tonight.
here,
Y'all
let's
look,
talk
y'all
about
To
look
come
early.
back. Right.
Y'all
Why
look
since
early,
you're
bro.
here.
But enjoy the conversation while you're here.
Right.
right.
Either way, you're gonna win on this one.
And I also see you talk about Harold Perkins Jr., Maggie. Every time I think about him, I think about LSU. Shouts out to One Time for the Fan, Jack Spade. He drives us down to New Orleans, every year.
Right.
Shouts out to Jack Spade's car service.
Just, y'all just, I swear. That's why I stay out of it, because I don't want nobody. I'm cleaning gutters, shining his car, making moves.
Cutting his grass.
This here got the potential to be another sneaky good pick too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
what this guy, if you're a really college football fan and you watch this dude his first 2 years, this man was a monster.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they used them when they used them the correct way, had them coming off the edge, rushing the
Yes.
quarterback, spying the quarterback. Oh, this boy was a
Yes.
beast, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to see Ober get his hand on him and see what he got in store for him.
That's
For
what
him
I'm
being a
excited
line, you know what I'm saying? For him being a
about.
linebacker coach. Think about what we did with Debo Jones, what he did with Debo Jones, what he did with what's your other boy? What's your other damn keep?
Talk about Fourier.
Campbell.
Oh, yeah, Campbell, yeah.
Calais Campbell. Damn, I'm talking about Calais. But not that Campbell. He too good to be
Devondre
damn
Campbell.
linebacker. Devondre Campbell, yeah. And Fourier Lulcon, the dude that came from Harvard, man, he turned into a beast. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
We got a real beast over here, defensive coordinator. That his specialty is the linebacker, and I can't wait to see what he do when he get his hand on this guy right here, man.
Okay. I'm over here trying to change up the title so folks won't be confused in here, because now I just
No, so they don't get it misconstrued.
come on here and see us going in.
Clickbait, clickbait.
It's like, what? I said, let me switch this up real quick and cover my behind before we actually do have the special guests on. And it's like, I ain't coming over here.
He will be on tonight, so he will be here, but not this early.
Shouts out to Big John, man.
Big John, Big Air. Yeah.
3 Dirty, what you think about that pick, man?
Mm-hmm.
Well, LSU, being a defensive player coming into the league from LSU that played at a high level, that says the pedigree itself speaks volumes.
Mm-hmm.
But I looked at some tape on this young man. He has a great motor. He's a hitter, and he just everywhere. So, I overall, man, just from being from LSU, period, I think I was sold on that anyway, because that pedigree from the defensive side of the ball is so thick and has been proven over the years that it was another great pick by these guys, by this new regime.
I completely agree. I mean, he legit could be a sideline to sideline guy.
Mm-hmm.
But just like Big Will mentioned, like whenever they use them right and like just have them spying the quarterback and just play in the middle of the field, or having them come after the quarterback, that's what he was his most effective. And this defense has been their most effective whenever we blitz the quarterback. So, I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect. I'm surprised we got him that low.
I'm surprised he was still there in the 6th round. I'm like, oh, they effed up.
I'm telling you.
Hey, you got them Aints fan mad to death that we got him. They already know what kind of player he is.
They was over here they was watching us. Oh, them Falcons, they beefing up. Let me go ahead and grab a Georgia player, because We trying to be better than them. We're gonna get all the
Right.
Georgia players on the team.
Hey
That's the
You gotta
man,
same.
there's
get.
58 eyes in here, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like
I make
button,
sure
man.
y'all hit that like button, y'all.
And I'm over here switching it up and changing stuff up, y'all. So yeah. This is crazy. So I'm sorry, yeah. I made a boo-boo. That's why I need assistance here. Sometimes I'm over here running the
Hey,
show by myself.
You said.
Sometimes.
when
You
you get
said.
so big, you need assistance. You gotta get them interns in here, big ball lady. You
Is
Right.
gotta get them interns.
Exactly.
exactly. You.
Exactly.
Hey.
I do need a produce, somebody that's, can do all this and I just come on and look pretty.
Look.
That's
Look.
Man,
If
go
you
to
need
them
an
colleges.
assistant, if you need an assistant, Maggie, Jack Spade, he's off
oh,
on
Jack
Tuesdays,
Spade.
Wednesdays, and Fridays. You know he. I'm sure he can help you out.
Right. I know it. I'll make sure he yeah, so silly.
What y'all be taking my boy Jet Spade out like that, man?
Well, Jack
Man.
Spade be taking them out. That's
Exactly. Exactly. I gotta get him.
Jack Spade ain't innocent either. This
They be
stirred up
going in, boy.
somebody. Somebody had to start this whole thing. But
Oh yeah,
Zachariah
he.
Branch
Yeah.
people, I know my numbers going all over the place. Just think of my ADHD mind. So just think of it like that. So we're gonna go from 28 to 102. So Zachariah Branch at 79. What do you think about this Georgia boy? Was it the Georgia boy you wanted? Because I heard that in the chat. It ain't the one I wanted. What do y'all think?
Man,
Um,
some people comparing him to Tyreek Hill.
Oh,
Yeah. They say baby Tyreek Hill right here. And I can see the resemblance now. He got that speed, that twitchiness. If he's used the right way, hey man.
hey, I was on Dirty Bird Fly Through after the draft, and they had I can't think of the kid's name.
mm-hmm,
Um, he came on. He goes to Georgia,
mm-hmm.
and he spoke very highly of this young man here. He said this guy, his work ethics, his attitude, how he carries himself, on campus. Um, as far as him being a football player, say he's the first one in and the last one to leave.
I like
He's a
that.
hard worker.
Mm.
So this
Who
is
that
a guy that
sound
goes
like?
to school with him.
Who does that sound like? 330. The man that's operating the whole thing. He was a
Oh yeah,
first in,
yeah,
last to leave. I'm gonna interrupt your wide receiver
The
meeting.
Iceman.
The
The
Iceman.
Iceman. That
That
man
yeah.
man
stayed in
came
the
in and
wide receiver
interrupted
room,
meetings like this. What you need to be focused
quizzing them.
here, right here on this
Right.
film.
And the thing about him is like I don't know if y'all like ever had a chance to like just sit down and like just hear him talk. Like he has a different energy. Like you could feel like this maturity about him.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It's
he raised the right way. You right.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's like I go to all these colleges and everything, and like I see all these kids. So many of these kids just crash outs, man. And
Right.
he seems like he's going to be one of those guys who has a good credit score and doesn't drive a scat pack.
right.
He, you know,
That's
He,
that's what that young
he
man was
sound
saying. I
like he
think his
sound
name was
like Jalen
Evans.
Walker. He sound like Jalen
Yeah,
Walker. They that
yeah.
same where you can hear they beyond their years. That's what he sound like. You know what I'm saying? Like
and they say this guy loves to work. But see, when you got little cats like that, he um probably one of the smaller guys on the team. But when you got that speed, and they said he did the 225 bench press. I think he did it 20 times.
he did a 20. He was lifting with the lineman at Georgia. That's how strong this guy is, dog. His daddy had him and his brothers in workouts since they was young, dog. So this
Mm-hmm.
man, he might be little as in stature, but he ain't small.
Right.
If you seen him at the pro day, this man sitting up there talking to Ice and who else was over there?
I seen DJ Shockley over there.
Yeah, DJ Shockley and Ice. And he had his shirt off, the black cut up. So like, hey, he ain't no little dude now.
Mm-hmm.
So with the strength and the speed all together, because from the tape that I saw on him, if you don't have your hands on him by his second step, you will not be involved in that play. You know what I'm saying? You will not be involved in that play. You'll be watching the tackle, but if you're there with him and he takes two steps, it's a done deal.
And he
Right.
got great vision. So he's like a
Right.
wide receiver version of Bijan. And that's
Mm-hmm.
deadly to other teams. You got to see both of these dudes out there.
Right.
Man.
His most impressive stat to me was I believe he had like 70 catches last year, but 40 of those catches were first down conversions.
Right. And
That
if
was,
you ever paid attention, whoever really watched Georgia football, they used him in the Brock Bowers role. Pay attention to all the routes he was doing. He was
Mm-hmm.
doing Brock Bowers routes. The receiver screen, the across the middle. He was doing all Brock Bowers, everything they used to do Brock Bowers. That's what he was doing.
And from what I saw, me being a slot receiver in high school, we used to call it flanker
Yes,
back in
sir.
the day. The flanker backs. No, you young bucks don't know nothing about that. But what I liked about this guy was he understands how to get separation from his route running. And y'all watch him this season, you'll understand what I said about understanding. Being able to do it is one thing, but he understands how to get separation and when to get it. Because if you're that quick and you know your defender is bigger than you always got to keep that in mind. So you run your routes according to the vulnerability of the guy that's guarding you. And I saw that in him. He knows how to get separation, and it'll play real good dividends for us this year.
Yeah. I heard there was a coach one time that I used to coach with. He used to talk about it. He said, "Hey man, there's two ways to get separation." He said, "You can either get separation in the air, or you can get separation on the ground." As far as running routes, and getting it on the ground is a whole lot safer. So,
Yes.
look, I'm not that all that concerned about his size. We seen
No.
guys like Julian Edelman. We seen you know, a whole bunch of these smaller wide receivers go have long, productive careers in the NFL. So, I'm really excited about Zachariah Branch.
Okay. We're gonna move on because we've been on here for about an hour. Oof, we almost on 3 hours,
Yeah.
yeah.
We've been
It's
here for a minute. When you having
ooh,
that good conversation, Maggie
good,
putting up there,
good combo, and I'm over here trying to clean up damage control because and y'all not notice I'm not talking because I'm trying to clean up my stream here because folks gonna be confused. So, of course, we're not in order still. Kendall Daniels at 134. How do you feeling about that one?
That boy like 6'4", 245.
Big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big
He's
boy.
linked.
Yeah, man. Look, and from what I seen from the tape that I seen on him, because I think he's like a 4-year starter or a 3-year starter
Mm-hmm.
at
Yeah.
Oklahoma. Like he's very
No, he
experienced.
came from Oklahoma State first. Then he
Oklahoma State, yeah, he
transferred.
was at Oklahoma
Yeah,
State for
yeah,
3 years, right? And then he came to
yeah.
Oklahoma.
Then he
He
came to Oklahoma. Yeah.
got that bag at the end. I ain't mad at him, but uh, yeah, I mean, he has a lot of experience. Big guy, fast. They say he has really good awareness, like seeking out screens and deciphering route concepts and everything. And once again, you got one of the best linebacker defensive coordinators in the league coaching them up. I mean, it's another win.
Another win. Yeah. Then he's very versatile, which is the main theme for a lot of these players we got. Very versatile. And he got a play that he did a little Michael Myers where he just turned
I saw
sideways to the
that.
line of
Yeah.
scrimmage and went straight to where the play was going. I'm like, oh my God, this boy a beast. Then what we know about guys that come out of Oklahoma system, they well sounded in the defense because that guy over there, that's their head coach. He's very good defense guy. He came from Clemson. They had Clemson with their top defense all them years.
Yes,
So like,
sir.
hey man, this guy, and he's a thumper. And that's another guy that comes with a cup half full. Let our coaches get a hold to him, and hey man, he gonna be deadly. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I like about this year, man. It's gonna be a lot of competition in the camp. And we're
Yeah.
gonna we gonna definitely have the best players on the field, not just having the best players on the field, but we're gonna have the best players behind them.
Mm-hmm.
So if we reach these injuries again, we ain't just putting nobody's in there like a transformer head that ain't qualified to be out there. You know what I'm saying? So
That
we
come.
gonna have some guys out there that's ready to play. And speaking of
Transformer.
transformer head, don't be shocked if he come and have a kind of breakout year or something, come back ready to play
I
with
mean,
all
we
this
seen it happen
competition.
before.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Hey, cause one thing we got to know about him, Notre Dame, that boy was a dog. I don't know what happened to him when he came to the league. He came and got into that guardian cap or whatever, and it just took his power away. I don't know what it is, but he need to, once he released that guardian cap and play with a regular helmet, he'll be all right.
Oh,
I
he
don't know,
working
man.
now. You better
I
believe
think
that.
he's just too slow and too small. Will.
You think he didn't look slow at Notre Dame though? That boy was moving.
Hey, I know.
He
I
was
think
moving.
I think at this level, I think he just don't got enough. Like
Mm.
the mind is willing, and sometimes like you can tell a lot of times he reads plays really good. But I don't think he has the physical abilities.
His feet take a little time to get ready, but like
Yeah,
this gonna
yeah.
be this gonna be the last year for him and Troy Anderson to show something. My boy Troy got to show he can stay healthy, cause we know if Troy Anderson healthy, he a beast out there, and don't nobody want to deal with him. But
Shoot.
hey,
Keep him off
Football.
special teams.
what
I mean, look, yeah, there you go. There
what you
you
say?
go. Oh,
JT Martin, look, JT Martin counting down the chat. We beyond that, man. I know the order. It just ain't in order.
Yeah,
But
she
now
made that
for folks who
disclaimer
think
already.
Thank you.
that he a special team, y'all ain't been watching tape. Troy
Man, look.
Anderson ain't just special team. He ain't
Oh
playing
No,
no,
no
no,
no. I
I'm
double C
mean,
saying
game.
he hurts himself on special teams.
Oh, okay.
Let me chime in on what his problem has been. And I think you guys play football, you'll understand this. It's easier for a defensive player, and it's rare, to turn into an offensive player, like Algier, who was a linebacker that turned running back.
yeah, we ain't as smart.
But but it's more difficult to be an offensive player and then turn to and become a defensive player. Troy Anderson has got to learn that he is a defensive player now. He's not an offensive player anymore. He has to be more defensive than he is offensive. That's why he's getting injured, because of the way that he's attacking the ball carriers and the blockers and stuff. It's a big difference. And once he learned that, I think all those other things are going to pay dividends for him. That's why they're still sticking with him, because of what he brings to the table initially, because he hadn't really proven anything other than the flashes.
Yeah, other than the size and the speed, pretty much.
Right.
And Maggie, I think they just putting in the jersey numbers. OTJ.
Oh, that's what you put in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I
OTJ.
was
Yeah, he
wondering.
putting
Let me
in.
get that picture and put it up here too. Let me grab that picture so we can see the numbers. And then because we're gonna get to the last draft pick, and then we'll get into these jersey numbers, and then we're gonna wrap this up. So let me go ahead and do that. But thank you for that, because I was like, what are you talking about? He probably saying 1 + 1 is 2. I know that. Okay? I know that. 1
Appreciate
second.
it, TJ.
Keep going, yeah.
Yeah, look, as far as JD Bertrand though, Big Wig, sometimes learning how to play, especially positions like linebacker, trying to figure out how to not false step and everything, it's kind of like learning the line dance. I don't know if you ever learned that, to me, a line dance, but at first it's gonna be kind of awkward. Some people it takes
Right.
a little bit, it takes a little bit longer than others. So maybe he'll learn that line dance after a while.
Turn to the left.
There you go.
Your left. But yeah, I think I agree with you. I think he's one of those guys that he probably hadn't taken a day off in the off season, man. And he's gonna put his best foot forward coming into camp, because he know this is his last hoorah for him in Atlanta, based off of last season.
Yeah, this is his last shot. Yeah. His main thing, he just got to be on the field.
Yeah. But look, I want to go back. One thing I forgot to say about Ontario Thompson. He's a special teams ace, right?
He blocked 2 points, and what lineman blocks points?
Yeah.
He blocked 2 points in one season. I'm sorry,
Right.
was it one game?
I know he's classified as a special teams ace. So that's a plus. And I think Maggie's mute again.
No, I'm multitasking, y'all. I'm letting y'all
Oh,
go.
okay. My
Yo,
bad.
hey,
My
Jack
bad.
Spade, he's here. We don't spoke. Speaking of Jack Spade, hey, Jack
One
Spade.
time for the fans.
Hello.
Yeah.
I see Big Low. I guess he getting ready to check you. You know, you checked in. You probably working. So Big Low.
Yeah, he probably did. He look out the window? He didn't see Big Low out there working.
Yep. He said he on here, frolicking with the folks on the YouTube. Come on now,
Hey
Big Low.
man, Maggie
You
T,
ain't
you draw
good.
that kind of crowd though. You make people just say the men all pause.
And then,
So yeah. Oh yeah.
so
Oh, you know something about that, huh?
yes, that's my jam right there. All right,
Okay.
y'all. Let's go ahead and get to this last. I know it's this. Finally, we got to the end. This is the real end. The last pick before they got to the undrafted. What do y'all think about this person? How do you feeling?
All right. Big Low and Big Will. Talk about the big man.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
well, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Ryder.
Well, this is a big body also. I think they were just kind of trying to get a depth piece here. Um, huge man. It kind of reminds me of with the height and everything of what's my man name that we had, but he played defense. Um, I can't think his name right now, but this was a big body, um, a depth piece, and maybe they can work with him, and maybe he can become a rotational piece, and then work his way into the started lineup, because at 6'7", 330 plus pounds, if his footwork is right, I think we got a gem late in the draft. A real gem. Oh, he's 6'5"? Or I'm looking at the chat. Well,
Yes, 6'5", not 6'4". Okay. You know
I hate
what?
to say
Speaking of, I'm
eh,
shorter than I thought I ever been, y'all. I've been
exactly.
5'9" all my life. All of a sudden, I'm 5'8". But y'all know I
Yeah,
look like I'm 6 foot. So it's
you
like
do
y'all
now.
make it make sense, man.
Yeah,
So
I look when I first saw you, Maggie, I looked up, I said, dang, she looked like she ready to go hoop.
right. Don't
Right.
put me on nobody's court. I'm be like Angel Reese throwing
But
bricks.
But look, anything over 5'10" is gonna be tall to me anyway. So when you start talking 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", I got some cousins that are like that tall, 6'7", 6'8". I'm the run of the family. But those are huge human beings, and with the athleticism that he obviously has, I think that they got him at a bargain,
Mic
because
check.
Ian, good Mike.
Okay.
Ian, he's a lineman, and Matt Ryan, he's a quarterback, and he understands the importance of competent line play.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I think these guys are working good together. I think that I was one of the ones that was saying that and Big Will probably can contest to this, or witness to this. I was saying that his resume wasn't speaking well for him when he first got the job.
Mm-hmm.
But I never um ignored that he knew the Falcons and he knows football. And with both of these young men in the front office now, it's paying dividends great. And that's my word for the day, y'all. Dividends. Paying dividends is the word of the day. Um they're paying dividends right now. These guys are working well together. Um, the respect of Matt Ryan walked into the front office when he walked in, regardless of how I felt or anybody else felt. So, and this draft is just a reflection of things to come, in my opinion, along with the undrafted free agents.
Well, I think with the 6'4" thing, they was talking about the defensive tackle right there. But this dude's 6'7". But this is strictly a a project for Cunningham. I mean, not Cunningham,
Right.
but what our offensive line coach
Callahan.
Callahan. This strictly a project for him to mold. This is a piece of clay for him to mold into place. and it's a big guy that actually had a great career at Rice before he went to Ohio State. He didn't get much playing time with Ohio State, but this dude is very, very violent at the point of attack. And I think up under the right O-line coach, he can be a steal too.
Yeah, I agree with that. 330 plus pounds, and he's long too. At 6'7", he's long. 6'7", 6'8". That's a long guy. I don't
And
know what his wingspan is.
big low country, you don't squalls back in here. So what's your thoughts?
I know that they a lot of people said that they talking about kicking them inside to play guard. But I mean, I need to look at a little bit more tape on him to see if he might be able to possibly be, a tackle for us, and possibly one day protect, the blind side of Penix or Tua, or might be the right guard. I mean, the right tackle for Strand, if that undrafted free agent quarterback that we got. But yeah, I mean, it's another good pick.
Man,
Like we'll,
he a dog too, bit low. That boy
yes,
throw
sir.
13,000 yards in his career. That boy a dog
Yes,
too, man.
sir. So, Mac, I don't know if you heard about the undrafted quarterback that we got, but that he's 6'5", 245.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I
and
haven't looked at the undrafted list yet. Yeah, I've been so
man,
busy.
Maggie, that boy is, and he started all 4 years, and like Will said, he got 13,000 yards. So we know he's reliable as far as like injuries and everything. And you talk about throwing it, I would venture to say that he has the same type of arm talent as Michael Penix.
Oh, but
Yeah,
guess what? They already said it. It's a
it's a
competition.
competition.
And we still got a cheap man in the house, Dollar General discount that can, easily, clearly slide into probably a backup situation if he decides to do that same option he did this year with his signing. So, it could. This is going to be an interesting off season, interesting training camp, um, OTAs and all that, everything. I'm excited. I'm excited, y'all. But I got the jersey numbers for the rookies, and then we're gonna close this on out, people, because we still got to talk about all of this with John Abraham. Speaking of, this is a fake plug because like I said, everybody is kind of lost here. I did try to change it. I don't know if it's updated on the side of YouTube and all that yet, but if y'all coming here looking for John Abraham, I clicked on the wrong link and started going live under the wrong show. So it's a slick advertisement that I will have John Abraham on the show tonight at 8 p.m. on the Lady Birds bed. So Saudi, that's why I need help. Sometimes when you are rocking by yourself, sometimes you make these mistakes, but
Yeah,
it was a great conversation
send
anyway.
her email. Send her email. She need interns. Send her email.
Right.
Yeah.
I really do. I really do. I'm not gonna lie. If you want to get in here and get practice in and all this kind of stuff, I would love to have some interns in here because I'm on a Dollar General budget. So, you might get a Popeye's chicken biscuit, but
Well, they know intern don't get paid, man. They know that's
They
why I
don't
say
get paid.
intern. They don't get paid.
right, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I need intern. Don't come in here thinking you finna be.
Nowadays these
Don't
interns
come in here
getting
think
paid.
you 9 to 5 now. We need intern now.
So these are the rookie numbers, people. This is, look at that. Now that seeing that name and that number is just wow. That's
Two
like how me and
times,
my twin sister are like at the hip. Like we worked at the same jobs. At some point, we was in the same classroom. We shared the same room. Now we on the same team.
2 times 12 is 24.
Oh, like it. I see what you did there,
No,
Lo.
that ain't why he got it though. Did y'all see the post? He call himself
Nah, why he get
handcuffs.
it?
Why he get it? Tell us
He call
everything.
himself handcuffs. So
12.
12,
Okay
what we call the
then.
police? What we call the police?
Okay then.
Yeah, he call himself handcuffs. Yeah. So I like, oh yeah, that's creative. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay
Handcuffs. I
then.
like that.
Now don't
And
mess
that's
around and
Man,
get your
plus the
and a
jaw burnt
last
off
12.
dude,
now.
the last dude that had number 12, it turned out to be pretty good. That boy Muhammad Sanu turned out to be pretty good up in here.
That's true. That's true. But don't call yourself 12 now, and you
Right.
get your jaw burnt off. We're gonna have to put them boys on America's Most Wanted list.
Talking about he handcuffed and he come out to be a mall
Hey,
security guard
A
with
mall
a
cop.
flashlight.
Exactly.
How did that work
hey,
out for Ted
hey,
McKinley?
12
I'm just
get burnt
saying, don't come in
sometime
here
too.
and
12 get burnt
self-proclaiming
sometime.
yourself.
Oh yeah,
Don't
yeah.
self-proclaim yourself. Let us tell you who you are. When you
You
come in
right.
here
12
saying
will take a L sometime.
don't
They'll
do
take
that,
an
Ted
L. You just
McKinley.
better make sure you put out that bolo. Make sure you get them back.
You know it.
Yeah, you're right about that now. That was a good one though. Talking about 12 because he locking folks up.
Yeah, I
These
like that, bro. I
women know
like
what
that
they be
swag.
doing, man.
I like that swag.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, and lady and maybe Miss Pam, because we need more women to be in here watching stuff.
You got Christy in there
Oh,
too.
Christy
Christy,
in here.
hey, Christy and Francis earlier. Shout out to you. We get ready because we've been going on for 3 hours, people.
Oh
So
yeah.
That's when that good content be coming out. Time
yeah,
flies
Boss
when you're
lady.
having fun.
Boss
so
lady
just bear
had us
with
on.
me.
She had us
I'm
on this
gonna
morning.
clean up it and change the name, and then I'm gonna have to redo the whole show for the night. But just still leave feedback and say how you feel about the show tonight, because this afternoon that led into from morning. I just wanted to address the fan base once again, and no, wasn't definitely targeting one individual. It's targeting us all as a fan base. So I'm speaking on as the Atlanta Falcons Nation, the voice of the fans. I'm speaking on everybody, even beasts we don't know anything about. There's people that don't like, what I'm saying? So it's like what I'm trying to do is just let's bring some peace within our fan base if you can. That's it. Like we should be able to be in the same rooms, same spaces, and regardless of what was and what was then, all I'm saying is let's all be bigger men and just say, hey, you know what? Maybe I won't hang out with you. We're not buddies. But guess what? If I see you at a tailgate, I can say, give you a little dap, what's up, and bye. Or even not, just walk away. Walk away. You don't even have to approach anybody that you don't feel comfortable around, whatever. But I just feel like, we got enough outside us tearing us down to the point that we're tearing each other down internally. That's just ridiculous to me. So it's like, this is me just saying, hey, let me be the neutral person, regardless of how you feel. Because you also, how you personally feel about it, you don't know what also that person is going through and feeling as well. Maybe it's going to take them a little longer to see the error in their ways. So maybe this message will reach out to that person and say, you know what? I realize how stupid this looks. Give them that grace, people, because we all are
Right.
going through something. We are
Right.
going
And
through
we all
mental
doing
things. Right. So it's like we come on here and do these content creations and doing all this and still got to raise a family. We got sick and elderly. We got this and that and the other. And the biggest thing is, we only got one life to live.
right. And
And if
we don't like
football is
everybody
taken
we
to a
work.
point
My bad.
to
I'm
where you
sorry.
want to harm somebody and harm yourselves and all this kind of stuff, then you got a bigger issue here that you need to address. But don't let
Hello.
nobody else take you out of your character. Turn the other cheek and walk away. If you have to take it to a legal matter, if this person or that person is making it to where it's a point where you're feeling like you can't, then of course, by all means, do it the proper way though. But
Amen.
let's just keep it at that. Now, if you're gonna stick over there, then you're gonna realize your numbers are gonna people gonna stop following behind that. And it's like they're gonna realize, like, this is why do you keep hanging on to this? People gonna reveal themselves over time. People, I always say, give it enough time, people gonna show who they truly are. But you don't have to contribute to it. You don't have to feed into that negativity. What you're going to do is always stay on the positive and out of it as much as you can. Now, if they keep coming and they keep coming, I get it, but don't take it to the public. Handle that legally in the courtroom. If it comes down to that, get a restraining order. If it comes down to that, but just handle it behind closed door, because sometimes it makes you out to look like you know, you're not handling yourself.
Look,
That's all. This is the message I'm saying from it. Let's let it
look,
go if
look,
you can.
I'm gonna say, and everybody knows that I don't even really speak on this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna say this right here. Worry about you. Everybody worry about you and your family.
Mm-hmm.
Every day that you get up, you got a chance to make money and provide for you and your family. Not only make money, but make memories. And if it's a situation where, and I'm not even gonna say I'm not even going to say like a situation where it's like, you feed into negativity because I know like certain people get upset about that type of language. So like if you just get caught up in any of like if you get caught up in anything, it's like, look, you can try to talk to somebody, they don't want to talk, like just move on and keep it moving. Because if you go back and forth with somebody or you know what I'm
Giving
saying,
him that
somebody.
energy. You're giving him
Yeah,
that
yeah,
energy.
like you give them that energy. It's like everybody has their own light, and if you give some of your light to somebody else, like you ain't gonna be able to shine for the people that's around you. So whenever I say, get that hate out your heart, like that's something serious. It's like some people got hate in their heart, and some people got more than others. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's like if it's one of those cases where you don't get along with somebody, you not get along with somebody, and that don't mean that you got to do a show with them, or you know what I'm saying, or that don't mean that y'all got to rock or whatever. Like everybody knows that there's certain people I just don't do shows with. I don't like their energy.
And you
You
have
know,
that very option to
E-
everybody's out here. You have
exactly,
every option to work with whoever you want to work with. That's
Right.
why we have variety. That's why we have creativity.
Right. We
exactly,
got a lot of people that we don't like that do the same work we do, you know what I'm
And
saying?
your
But
look,
hey,
exactly,
we all
look at your workplace. I've
exactly.
seen some of my employees,
that's
but
what
I
I
guess we're gonna have to come together
exactly.
and get this project together.
Right. And we all here for the Falcons. That's the big
We
main
are
point.
we
We here
all
for
here
the
for the
Falcons.
Falcons.
I might
Exactly.
not like that motherfucker who talking over there. Then hey, don't goddamn put food on my table. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
hello,
So
hello.
hey,
Cause that's the
we all
goal.
here
Putting
for the
food on
Falcons.
your
That's the
table.
content. Exactly.
That's it. That's it. So look, I mean, all of the whole back and forth and everything. Like I said, everybody always asks why I don't never get involved in it because I'm not wasting any energy on it.
Neither.
You know what I'm saying? I got two businesses that I'm running. I'm back. I'm actually back in school. You know, and then I have my regular job.
Hmm. And
So it's like,
I'm out in the community now. I'm out in the streets,
is that
trying
what
to
I'm
network
saying?
and make things happen. Because it's like, baby, it's more than there's
Yeah,
more than life than YouTube.
yeah. So it's like, what do I look like stopping and talking about? You know, some stupid YouTube beef or drama that I don't even see. I don't even really see what people are saying or what's going on. You know.
Right. All right. On that note, everybody, we're gonna go ahead and close it on out.
Can I close?
Go ahead, Mr. Three Dirt. Well,
Okay,
go ahead.
read dirty. Okay, I'm gonna speak from a guy that don't have a platform, and I'm gonna give some advice to the people that come into the space like I did. They want to hear the good content. They want to hear. They want to talk Falcon football, especially if you live in an area that there are not many fans. Like let's just say like Christy down there in Mississippi, and I'm up here in North Carolina.
Mhm.
This is my advice, and learn from my mistake. If you go on a platform and you're in the chat and you make a couple of comments and that gets toxic,
Mhm.
unsubscribe
Right.
right then.
Mhm.
Don't try to change them. Don't try to talk to them. Don't try to reason with them. Keep yourself in your safe space,
Mhm.
because just like everybody else has been saying up here, you'll waste a lot of energy. You're giving away your light. They'll allow you. They'll steal your joy. And technically, us in the chat, we have nothing to gain out of it other than uh, 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 just conversation. That's it.
Mhm.
We're not getting no clicks. We're not getting no likes. We don't have to plan no shows. And shout out to the content creators, all of them. You guys do a great job. I understand that there's a lot of work into it. Before the show, during the show, and after the show. But for the people that are in the chats and they're coming to these platforms, if you feel uncomfortable, do not go back and forth like I did. Don't do like 330. See, I tried to say, well, man, we need to come together. We need to be fans. Hey, man, grown people gonna be grown people, and if they don't want to do it, they're not gonna do it. Unsubscribe and move on.
Right.
That's it. But Maggie, I appreciate you opening up this platform today. And just addressing it, because your voice is bigger than mine. That's why I did it on Dirty Bird Fly Through. But you have a big voice. You got a lot of things going on, and I appreciate you allowing me to come up here and speak on it. And there was a lot of gems dropped today,
right,
about the content creators, and you went back to business talking about the Falcons.
Right. And that's what I'm trying to create here, you guys, because somebody said it earlier. I'm gonna get back to this comment right here. And I'm gonna let Big Will, and then
Big Will.
I think Big Low probably lost connection or he had to go, either one. But he said, if you haven't noticed, Ms Maggie, when the ladies comes on Tuesday, don't no arguing be happening there. Something about the presence of a lady just softens and humbles the moment. So it's like the reason why I created Ladybirds of AFN is because, of course, to give, awareness that the women love sports as well. And they should be, they want to have a platform to speak their voice and everything else. I mean, I'm a sports fanatic. That's just all I eat, breathe, and, whatever, what I'm saying? So just as much as a male likes sports, I love sports. That's my pastime. I enjoy it. So it's like I'm encouraging other women that does it to come together and also join on a platform. But I'm also trying to be that example of what good content creating togetherness looks like, because we know we agree to disagree very respectfully. Even if somebody has a little bit more colorful things to say, sometimes we let them go. Like, go ahead and cook, Christy. I'm calling you out, Christy. Go ahead and cook, Miss Whitney. We got some very opinionated fans on my podcast, but it's like, but they're speaking from the heart, they're passionate, but at the same time, they're not spewing out, clickbait and things just to get you to ruffle your feathers so you can have some content. Let's have mature adult conversations where we can call each other out and take it on back to football. That's all.
Right.
That's it.
You're a pioneer in this aspect anyway, Maggie. I'm gonna give you your roses. You're a pioneer. You're brave for doing this.
I'm gonna do my close out because I gotta get up off here.
Go ahead, Will. My bad.
Hey man, y'all make sure y'all continue to trust the process, man. Let's get ready for this season, get up for this season. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Twitter and on YouTube at Will the Georgia Reaper. Catch me Wednesday nights on everything Atlanta Sports at 7:00. And man, whatever AFN got going on, they dropped the link and I got time. I'm up in that thing. Y'all already know, man. It's been a great show. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
It's been a great show. I did hold y'all on for a little long. That's all right. Sometimes good conversations happen that way. Appreciate you, Will. But no, I appreciate you because I just want to be that. If Atlanta Falcons Nation is that neutral point where everybody feels comfortable to come over here, because I hold people accountable for themselves, and I hold my own self accountable. If I'm in the wrong, I'll say I openly admit. You know what? I admit that I may have said something that bothered some people. So I'm all just here to say let's be I'm trying to be the example of how we handle these things as an adults. How we handle things when we just can't agree to disagree and keep it moving. So thanks, Maggie. You let me get it all off these double. Thank you for the flowers. But seriously, I'm showing you guys how to have a conversation without it going to a place of where we're yelling at each other. And then you're getting the word in, everybody's interrupting everybody. And then that's when it becomes ugly, because you're going to have your people that's backing you. You got your people that's backing you. And next thing you know, we all over here fighting. And we should be over here rejoicing because we had a good ass draft.
Exactly. We're distracting from the positivity
Right.
when we do that. So,
And then when you mock the positivity, that just shows your character, who you are.
and believe it or not, players are watching it. I bet you it's a player on the Falcons right now that's watching. I
Absolutely.
guarantee it.
Because type in, I'm gonna do something real quick. I did this one day. I don't normally do this, but it was me and Big Low having a conversation, and we were just talking about, channels, regardless of the platform. We worked hard at these platforms, no matter how you run it. So when you go in and type in Google, like, let's just do it, top Atlanta Falcons YouTube content creators, and see who populates.
I've done that, and I was surprised at what came up,
Right.
and I was like, oh my God.
I'm saying, so it's like you said,
We got to clean up a little bit.
We got to clean up a little bit
We
because
got to clean up.
it looks bad when we're going against each other like this. It's like, if somebody types in Atlanta Falcons, they're looking for content creators, and then they're going to go to that top channel and check them out because they're recommended. That's why the algorithm is the way it is. It's gonna recommend you to these channels. So it's like, y'all got to be careful about this. I get you want to get it out, but that could have been your opportunity for somebody that was kind of silently looking and saying, I'm not sponsoring this. I don't want nothing to do with this.
And with the Super Bowl coming in 2028, you can best believe that all media is going to look at that aspect of the Atlanta media, social media, and content creators. That's going to be our angle. And who do you want to represent you when the media comes in, for the Super Bowl to represent your content creator space? So
let's just like, that's why I'm over here rebranding and retooling and, tweaking up and cleaning up. I'm sweeping up my front porch, before I step on somebody else's porch. That's what I'm doing over here, Atlanta Falcons Nation. I think everybody, I'm encouraging everybody to rebrand, just redo some things, clean some stuff up. Even if you was running like this in the past, change it. Changes start today. And on that note, people, I did finally see that YouTube did change the title name. So now folks ain't clicking on here tonight. And shout out to Miss Pam, right on time with that update. Tune in tonight at 8 p.m. Special guest John Abraham on the Ladybirds of AFN. I need all of these folks and eyes. Share this out. I'm going to have to reschedule. I'm going to have to redo my thing right now to get a new stream out there. And I'm going to have to delete some stuff. So I'll be working in the background, cleaning up some stuff. And then I'll get to y'all in conversation and stuff. So on that note, I got to get back to work. And good night. Well, good afternoon, people. And I'll see y'all this evening. And we're out. Peace.